We could get another wipe early on in the game here. They're not in a good position. Lifetime actually moving out into the open though. Is that going to push it back their way? No, it isn't, because Gaxy's actually healing up at the moment. So he's not going to see them out in the open. He doesn't see Lifetime and Bergman out in the open. He doesn't see them. They actually managed to meet up with their squad. Gaxy and his team. Not got Bergman. Oh! Reska out in the open. Pulls back. And then gets locked in that corner. Gaxy hasn't been seen. He's moving back though. Easy YS gets knocked out. Bespoke Fields and step around the corner and probably get a kill on Gaxy. No, he's not. Reska moving right. Oh wow, this is some serious swarming action going on here. Gaxy tries to return to the field. Gaxy has no health. MBS Law is almost there. MBS Law is going to move around here. No, he gets to the house. Yes, and MBS Law over the main. MBS Law gets a knockdown to Reska and kills him. So they've lost the player. Lifetime has P-Bash tries to trade with Lifetime. P-Bash goes down. MBS Law in the building is the last one. Going to move around here. No, he isn't. He gets to the house. Yes, and MBS Law over the main. MBS Law gets a knockdown at Reska and kills him. So they've lost the player. Lifetime has P-Bash tries to trade with Lifetime. P-Bash goes down. MBS Law in the building is the last person left from the XPULZ and Esports team. Bergman, Lifetime, they're all swarming this building now. MBS Law, what can he do? He's by himself. He is totally by himself. Spoke Theo and XPULZ have lost one player, so it's a 3-to-1 trade at the moment. This fight. Lifetime with the grenade. Is Lifetime going to finish the game here? The grenade goes in. I hear the grenade land. So another grenade comes into the window. Is that the same one as MBS Law? It is. Oh, Bespoke Theo. The grenade through the window finishes the game off. MBS Law is trying to hold it up there. Right, this is the happening. Good shots in the hand. Epic. His team entirely attack as cleared all these damage. Have Bespoke Theo and Lifetime given the position away too much? Me, Pepe, his whole team, they're moving up together. Honduras gets knocked down as well. Chateau D, the last player remaining. Chateau D sitting in the building with the AKM. Sitting in that window, not the best move. Didn't see Tyrone. Tyrone then picks up that kill, ends up with 2-1-1 for that team. Nice kills. They basically wiped the squad out entirely at this point. And started in a bad position. Didn't really get much better for them as things went on. Nyman, Zorkin, Zethice doing some outside of military looting. Ring is pushing everyone in now. Mix and his team moving up from Novo, going to get across. Got some damage coming on over here. Meltbus and the Crazy Cage Man trading there. The Crazy Cage Man getting the kill on Meltbus. Oh, that's big. Meltbus, part of MSSH's team. Big kill there. MSSH and Vroxy are still up. So they've lost a player. Brooksy, Rory, Saint and the Crazy Cage Man. All very, very fine players. We saw that last game. But while this is happening, Zyroth, What Even, Kimbus and Scally are behind them. So Zyroth, What Even, Kimbus and Scally are also in the same town. MSSH gets knocked out by Saint straight off. Oh, this is big. Can Roxy get MSSH back? He's out in the middle of nowhere. What Even and Zyroth moving up on them because they can hear the shots coming from miles away. Roxy moving up, trying to get the door open. Does get the door open. MSSH gets up, gets a little bit of cover from the other team members. Will get the res. So MSSH does get to fight another time. Moving downstairs. Got that red dot sight. Saint's still in that. Oh no! Roxy went the wrong way. Took a load of damage in the back for his troubles there. Oh no! And Scally's up on the building, so they're getting pinched. So Roxy takes a bit of damage from Scally as well. Roxy not having the best day. MSSH's team, I think, as I said earlier, they got to second place overall. They're probably in a good position to take this overall, but they're really in a bad situation. They have two squads bearing down on them. Scally quite happy just to stay up here with that M4 and that 8X on the M4. Got the ammo attachment for it as well. Yeah, looks like they do. And they've got people behind shooting as well. Clayton does get to the safety of the tree just about though. French Road TV is not moving to res. He is now. Wacko taking some shots. French Road TV goes down to Clayton. So Clayton and Wacko pick up the 4 kills there in the squad wipe. Nicely done. Patient play. They have players right behind them as well. But while that's going on though, Clayton and his partner are still taking some damage from those buildings. We have ARs, M4s and ARs, M16s and ARs. All in that building. be long for this world. He's trying to duck and dodge and run. What even? Kimbus and Scally are not going to let up though, and Frilex is going to go down. He gets knocked out. His teammates up ahead of him. Are they going to turn around and save him? I don't think they are. There's just shots coming from everywhere. There's all angles. Kimbus down there taking some shots. Has got the 2x scope. Trying to find an angle on Mix. Doesn't see anything yet. Looks like their teammate has actually eventually died. Spac G, Pro Moria. They did actually make it to the ring. They had enough meds. They're actually quite healthy. What even? Scally, Zyroth moving around. They're right on the edge of the ring. Grotesque moving up with that AKM. Wants to finish off Spac G. Spac G. There's nothing he can do, but I did hear a grenade come in. Oh no, it's actually smokes. But Grotesque, too aggressive. Way too aggressive. Gets knocked out. So much smoke though now. Is that enough smoke? Mix gets the grenade. Gets ready to chuck the grenade. Does get the grenade come off. I think it bounced though. It did just bounce. Mix is knocked down. Lost his partner Grotesque. Grotesque was super aggressive. Mix is going to go down outside. Wolsey and the Pro Moria clean that up. Still 3 players left from Pro. Wolfex gets one knocked down. He's very low health though. Can Scally save it? She can. She can. What even does get knocked out? Wolfex did come out to play in the end. Oh, there's a big fight up ahead. Denny Desu, Battle Shock, and Mimus gets 2 knockdowns, isn't he? Frankie's is killed as a third. I don't know where the third partner is from that team because they didn't get killed instantly, but they did lose 1 player for doing that. Denny Desu and team, they've lost 1 player. Pro Moria and Wolsey are still going for it. They spent most of this game outside the ring at this point, but they're still going for it. Kimbus takes some damage from Denny Desu. He's only got the and United Bronx are going to go down. Ojo and Mr. Bond taking some damage. There's players behind them, there's players in front of them. What do you do in the situation? Kojo goes down, Mr. Bond goes down, killed by guys outside the ring. They'll be quite peed off at that, I would say. Not the happiest, got killed entirely by guys outside the ring. I'll try to engage you guys inside the ring. The ring is going to be seriously painful right now. No one is in the ring, no one. Scally is the first person to arrive. Scally has lost the rest of their team. But is the first. Roxy. He doesn't see, they just walked up to the right of him. He doesn't see them all in the open. He just did first person. He does now. Now he sees. But he sees too late and gets instantly KO'd by Crazy Caveman. But Crazy Caveman does a shed load of damage. They're trading. There's so much trading coming in. Aloysius coming down to let res Roxy, but he can't. He gets instantly knocked himself. His MSSH is tied over. Where is MSSH? I can't even see him. Oh, he's there. I think his time might be over here, guys. I think his time might be over. MSSH then dies. He's coming on dark mode already. He's probably going to go down as we speak. Does go down, unfortunately. Jimmy Pesci. Oh, too many players have left it too late. This could be Brooksy's game. Brooksy and Crazy Caveman, this could be their game. Too many players have left it too late to move. They're all getting chunked by the ring. No one has really respected the ring correctly in this game. And teams are getting decimated by the Trido's knocked down, Heroin's knocked down. Fiberton is the last person remaining from that team. We have 7 players left. Brooksy is down. Crazy Cageman has just res Saint. So we have got 2 players. 3 players still alive, but it's going to go down to 2. They have to try and move now. Brooksy's been knocked out by Denny Desu. Denny Desu who's super aggressive. Saint almost gets knocked down as well. Brooksy is probably going to go down here. Oh, he sees Crazy Cageman. Oh, and Saint as well. Oh, he almost trades. Saint the last one left alive. Saint has got 1 health. Fiberton versus Saint. Saint's just doing himself. Saint has no health. Fiberton has a tier 3 helmet, has a tier 2 chest. Fiberton knows where Saint is. So Denny Des takes the final game for his team. No helmet, Saint takes the final game for his team. GG, boys and girls. Amazing stuff there. Amazing stuff at the end there. Really. Bergman in the distance. It looks like Bergman's going to lose 2 players to this. No, actually Bergman is his partner. Sorry, I don't know. Letris is going to go down as well. Letris goes down. I'm not sure where their other players were from that squad. I think the other player is INPG, unless I'm wrong. I'm not entirely sure where he is. He's miles away. But those players got killed. I think they came to the shooting range a little bit late. And when you get here late, everyone else has already got all the gear. So it's never going to go that well for you, to be honest with you. back into the map and have a look. Interesting place for the ring to finish. This is the most players have ever visited. No. This is the most players have ever come northeast in the game, or northwest in the game. Lifetime gets a knockdown. Avgen going to go down. Second knockdown, so going to bleed out really quickly. Zorkin moving away. Bespoke Theo putting some shots up onto the. Actually, not putting shots up onto anywhere. So it looks like Lifetime just finished off Zephyr's there. So that team has taken, I think, casualties for sort of half of it. They're saying that all that's left is Bespoke Theo and Lifetime. So they've got 2 players left now. Moving up on Bespoke Theo, his only salvation is if the team up on the ridge with Battle Strong in them can sort of take some of the attention away, but I don't think they can. Bespoke Theo moving around by himself, takes some more damage, takes even more damage, and goes down. Tekapota with the VSS. But in the end, they ended up getting pinched multiple times and losing the entire squad. To the other squad here, they just walked through, slowly clearing out Zaki. So while that's been happening, let's have a quick look at what's happening. Trickster getting that kill. Eeyore in the building. Fight. He doesn't want to survive to the end. He's going to take out as much as he can. Not entirely sure that he must realise there's multiple players up here. He moves around. Does he move around quick enough? He does. But MSSH just annihilates him with the shotgun. Pretty much one tap walking around that. So while they have lost a player, they've traded that up for another team. But they're in the red zone. And they're rezzing in the red zone and they're outside the building. Desperately running inside now. Washido, MSSH is trying to loot. He says, I don't care about the red zone. I'm going to loot anyway. In prone position. Titanium Carbide at the bottom knocked out. So actually going for some reses. Promoria gets rezzed. I'm not sure where their 4th is. Oh! Bush gets knocked out looking over. He got caught looking over and he's going to go down for it as well. So now you just have Promoria and Wolsey left. Lost 2 of their team already. Zyrov knocked out in the distance as well. Wolsey looking over with that KAR. Trying to get an angle. Or is he? Or is he just going to go straight for the radio tower? He could be going straight for the radio tower and just not bothering. Promoria does pick up the kill there at the bottom. No, just not bothering. Promoria does pick up the kill there at the bottom. Nice kill from Promoria. Titanium Carbide in front then. He's still low. Oh, another kill, another knockdown from Promoria. Oh, and he gets a squad wipe. Oof. Caught them all on the hill. So Promoria and his teammate are by themselves now. They're running the duos, but gets an entire squad wipe, so they will be getting loot. They will be getting loot. And they will be staying in the game. Scally. Bit of a long-range trade to the winners here. Oh, Verma walks up behind Kimbus. Verma, the solo player. Verma with the 2 kills walks up behind that team, gets the knockdown on Kimbus. Kimbus is going to be rezzed then by Scally. They're aware that Verma's there. Verma repositioning himself. I love this play. This is really nice. Immediately repositioned. But no, he's not seen Scally. And What Even, they're right in front of him. He sees him now. Chase gets Scally down, but gets killed by What Even. What Even has 2 rezzes to do. He's now got pinched by the team behind. The team that Verma were playing with Darth Maul in that building. What can What Even do? He can't do anything. Building, those rings coming in. Crazy Caveman, Rory and Saint and Brooksy have got position. Oh, they're outside. They're outside. Don't get any kills though. Actually, no, Alex is going to go down. One player goes down. One player gets KO'd. The second player is KO'd inside the building. Crazy Caveman moves around the building. There's one player left in his team. I don't even know where they are. They're stuck amongst all the knocked out players. He's totally pinched. And the grenades come in. So many grenades come in from behind. Happy then gets instantly chunked by Crazy Cageman. Crazy Cageman gets knocked out himself in return. Everyone's getting knocked out. Crazy Cageman knocked down. He's moving for the ring himself now. He's quite low health, but is moving now. He's got the tier 3 helmet, tier 3 backpack on. 4x on the M4. Me and Saint knocked out. That's all he needs. He's just going for it. Brooksy and Rory are having all sorts of problems. Oh no, but Concrete then gets out into the open and gets killed by Rory. Rory gets one back for his team, but however, most of his team's going down and Rory's out in the open and the people in the hospital are chunking him and it's not going to last very long. Kojo and Brucifer and team have a great position. Mr. Bong including that, they have a great position at this point. So many players are going to have to die coming up to them. We have the ring. Skinny Pessy going down. Wacko moving right into the ring now. Skinny Pessy goes down. takes some damage. He gets Schaefer down. He's knocked out himself. Absolutely torn to shreds. Can they get in the ring? Product pulls Voxic out the ship. He's pushing back round. He's going to catch him out in the open and he's going to go down.
Playerunknown's Battlegrounds tournaments. Join us every Saturday. Proudly presented by XPULZ.
Good evening and welcome along, everyone. We are here. It is Friday night. It is XPULZ Squad's first person action. So that's right, it's a Friday night, and therefore you're going to get XPULZ Squad's first person action. What do I mean by that? I mean that over the next 2 to 2 hours and 20 minutes or so, you're going to see 3 games back to back, 80 players total. And you're going to see 20 teams within that 80 players, and those 20 teams will compete over the next 3 maps to come out as the overall winners at the end of the three maps. The scoring is done mostly via placement. There are obviously modifiers based on kills. We do reward players for picking up kills in this game. But welcome everybody, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream if it's your first time. Obviously if it is your first time, make sure you're hitting that like button so you get notified, because Fridays to Sundays are XPULZ time. We have tournaments going every single day. We have tournament recaps now happening with rebroadcasts at NA friendly times as well, so you can do that. Make sure you drop the Twitter a follow. Make sure you get onto the Discord. So the Twitter is XPULZ_gaming. The Discord should hopefully be spammed in channel by some relevant, nice and lovely person as soon as possible. And thank you for joining us, and we're going to get straight into the game. So everybody's here, everybody's ready. I'm going to click the play button and we're going to get straight into the game. We're not going to mess around. We're not going to amp it up too much. We have our winners of last week, Finstack. Finstack doing the unique thing of winning 2 back-to-back games out of 3 last week. So can Finstack repeat? Is the question we'll all be asking ourselves today. We have Fours and Esports, who were down to 3 players last week. It looks like they're back up to their full allotted numbers for this week. So again, there's going to be interesting little battles going along all over the place here, guys. I expect to see lots of interesting battles. There's lots of regular players to our sorry, just got something stuck in my throat. Not a good sign. Something stuck in my throat. There are lots of regular players to our XPULZ first-person tournaments. Obviously, we run duos for a very long time. I think this is week 3 now of running squad tournaments, so it is still something relatively new. So we are still sort of feeling our way out with the teams taking place. But as I look straight away, I see plenty of players that we will see tomorrow in our duos tournaments. Plenty of players you'll see every week, almost, in our duos tournaments. So there's no one here that isn't aware of how to play. Or we will see lots of back and forth. We've got Rossi95 there. Rossi95 winning our duos tournament last week with some... Let me just work the frog out of my throat a second. Right, it's gone. So we got Rossi95, obviously our duos champion, I think, from last week. We obviously have mentioned that we have Finstack, so the guys Zalulu and team that won the squads game from last week. We have Frozen Esports restored back to full. So that'll be interesting to see. We have a lot of new teams for this week. Wizards, Handsome Men Squad. I'm going to be looking particularly at Handsome Men Squad. I0 and One by Name regulars again in our duos. We've also seen Sibakan and Speed Reno in them before. So plus they're called Handsome Man Squad. So why wouldn't you want to look at Handsome Man Squad? What are you know? You just hate fun? Do you not like beauty of a handsome man? I mean, come on. But we're going to be interested. It's going to be an interesting series of games, guys, as they always are. We limit our games to 80 spots because I think the general feeling is it makes for a better game. It allows people a little bit more freedom to loot. There's a little bit less start of the game craziness, a little bit less havoc at that very first sort of looting zone, and just lets people have a little bit more freedom. And what you find is that if you let people have a little bit more freedom, you end up with a better game as a result of it all. So the game is starting. We are starting with a south spawn, a Primorsk / military spawn. Nice spawn, interesting. It's going to create a good dynamic for the game as we go ahead, because Again, it's one of those spawns that means that everything in the game is really gettable. Everything's doable. Everywhere is... You can get to everywhere on the map if you want to. So if you're a team and you're a squad and you had a particular plan for something you wanted to execute, well, as much as you can with the randomness of the game, you should be able to get there. If your squad particularly wanted to loot up at Milita. 1 second, guys. As always, she starts off with a howl to let us know where things are going. I'll just be back. She's just got to say hi. She's an attention whore. I don't know what else to say. She likes attention. Anyway, so while that's been happening, everyone's been jumping out. It looks like we have at least 3 squads going to military. It could actually be... No, it is 3 squads going to military. We have 1 squad hitting Severny by themselves. They're going to really like that. Rockwiller and team going to Severny. We have one by name. I'm not sure if he got chucked out at the end of the plane, so I'm not sure if he's crashed there, but that's not great for his team that he's already at this stage... looks like just dangling down there. A lot of other teams there moving towards Polyana, Rozhok, etc, etc. Rozhok are actually being landed at already, so we've got Skinny Pessy and team at Rozhok. Looks like they're by themselves. Again, slightly less players means there's a little bit more freedom. A little bit more of a chance for players to get into the game, get the loot they need to get, execute a plan. So we'll be seeing players with decent gear, not feeling like they've just had to make do with whatever they could get, things like that, you know? We're going to have a look at military, because we can see 2 squads coming down at military together here. And while we say that, Apollo's just got knocked out by Loffin, who's actually picked up a kill already. So let's have a look. Loffin just picked up a kill with a pistol. He 92 kill, and actually took him out straight away. So Apollo's actually dead already. Not sure what team Apollo's is in, but we've got 1 player... Actually, no, he's not by himself. He is actually part of a team. Sometimes it lies to you. You have to be prepared for it to lie. So we're getting back into military because I knew there's going to be some conflict in military. We see Massa taking some damage. We see 1 player already going down. And then we see Muster and team cleaning that player up. Massa moving away. Took some damage early on, but moved away from the fight. We see Kachink and his partner in the background there. I'm not sure where the rest of that team are, but there are certainly only 2 of them here. Looks like they might have lost 1 player in that early exchange. So they already lost 1 player. I only see 2 of them. I see the 3rd player, fucking Yana. Fucking I mean, I'm trying here. So Kachink, Junze, actually was running up on Kachink. Didn't see where he moved. So we've got Packy's very far away, but Kachink's moving around with that SKS. Does see Junze. Doesn't take any shots at him though. Kachink. Playing it slow. I don't think he realizes just how many players are right in front of him here, though. Taking some shots at Massa. Gets a shot onto Muster. Muster damaged. Got that punk action. I don't think Catchnak. Sorry, I think Catchnak. Sorry. Catchnak. I don't think he realizes what's coming up on him here, though. He has 3 whole players. An entire squad moving on his position. And while we're doing that, we see some players get knocked out. So let's have a look at Jippy who's been knocked out, getting rezzed by their teammate there. Actually, no, probably not going to get rezzed at all. Oh, no, he does engage the res just before he goes down, so that's quite nice there, being able to get that res off. Looks like their other teammates are sort of holding the perimeter while he gets the res off there. Gets the res, goes around and finishes off that other player they engage with. So looks like there was a bit of back and forth in the hospital. 1 player goes down, the other player goes down, and they finish them off and get the res there at the same time. So not too bad. We see the player up on the structure getting knocked down by Muster and team. We see Catchnak getting knocked down as well. Packies is all down to him right now. It's all down to Packies. It's not a great situation to be in right away at the start. He has got a scar, but he's got 4 players. So Muster's team very healthy. If they finish this off, Muster's team are going to have the entirety of military to themselves. And looking at the ring, they don't have too far to go either. So Catchnak moving around. Packies moves in. Let's have a look at his vision. What does he see? Get some shots onto Jinzig. Actually going to pick up 1 kill for his team by the looks of it. Yep, he does get 1 kill. So Muster's team has actually lost a player for this engagement. So for trying to take military, they have lost 1 player then. They're still not feeling too bad about that though, because it is just 1 player. They have wiped the rest of Packy's team out at this point. Packy's still determined to double down here. He doesn't really want to try and play out for position. We've got Massa in the background, Muster there, and Kakmir all moving around. Got a Thompson, M4, and we have a pump action against a Scar. Upgraded Scar with a mag. Got no sight on it though. Does have a mag. Muster still not healing himself up. Massa around that corner. Packy's just having a peek, just looking directly at that edge, waiting for him to come around. Potentially, oh, he sees a player. Does sees a player, get some shots onto them. Oh, started to turn this around a little bit. Can he do it? Can he 3v1 effectively? Oh, Massa moves around there. Oh, and Massa picks up the kill on Packy's, securing the military for Muster and his team. They now have the entire military. They did lose a player for it, but you might argue that losing a player to pick up the entire military will be worth it in the long run, I would say. The team we saw engage earlier on got themselves all rezzed up. They're all starting to loot up quite nicely now. We have another squad then, Sagradati's team. I think they lost a player initially at the hospital. That is a hospital, isn't it? So they're just looting up themselves. Got some Thompsons and Scars. We don't see any other damage. So obviously with the game, when you limit it to 80 players, guys, you let everyone have sort of space to loot, and therefore you can minimize on those early engagements. So what we will probably see, we see our winners from last week, Zululu and Team Finstack, all quite happily looting at Primorsk. It does say they're taking damage, but it's lying. It is a dirty, dirty liar right now. We see one team taking over Rozok. We see some players at the school, and then we also see some other players that have taken over the flats next to the school. Nice big split on the players at Georgiopol. Again, we're not going to see a huge amount of engagements right now. I'm having a look to see where would be the next engagement on the map. The military guys don't really have to move. They're not intending on moving. What's interesting here is that we do have this team moving towards the bridge. I wonder if their plan is to siege up on the bridge. They're probably going to know that people will be coming across the bridge. Because the planes spawned at military, there's probably a good chance, given where the ring is, that there will be players coming across this bridge. And I'm not sure if Kaja, Okoko, and their team are actually looking to siege up on this position. They haven't really got the goods to do it right now, to be honest with you. They're rocking, you know, one... we do have a Mini, we do have a UMP, we have a Thompson. These are not really things you're going to be long-range... sieging the bridge with, to be honest with you. These are not great siege the bridge weapons with, but it looks like they might be moving into position to do that. Has got the 2x on the Mini. Again, not great to siege the bridge with, but it looks like we might be actually going into a bridge siege position. Okoko up there at the lighthouse, looking down onto the bridge, trying to get a good position, maneuvering around a bit. Does have that 4x himself. Maybe we better give him the 4x to ZZ Doms if he's gonna camp the bridge with a Mini. But we'll see how that plays out. That's possibly going to play out. It really just depends on where these guys go. Obviously, if they move to the right here, they've got totally free and clear air even. Sorry. They move to the left, they're going to move directly into that team. So we have a team looting up at Novo again. Heffen team quite happily there. We have one team taking over Military, one at Military Power. We have a couple of players here that still look like they're trying to find somewhere to loot, I think, with the cars. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so we've got a car and bike team trying to head towards the prison to loot up. Actually, only 2 players in that. I'm not sure where Nostra and the other players are. Looks like Sagagati was taking some damage there. I don't think he is, though. No, he's not. Sometimes it flashes red to let you know people are taking damage when they're not. It's a mystical beast, the Spectator in this game, guys. It is a mythical beast, and you have to just get sort of used to it. Normally the red flash used to indicate damage being taken, but it could be fall damage, it could be any sort of damage. It doesn't necessarily mean it's actual fighting damage. So at this stage, 72 players left alive. We have pretty much lost 2 squads worth of players right now from our initial teams, and players are just settling down. Thorandil, very far away from his players. I think we saw the rest of his team actually over at the prison. He is so far away from his team. He saw Nawe and team in a car, just took a knee, hasn't got any helmet, has got tier 1 armor, only rocking a M16, has got an upgraded mag, but hasn't really got much else on it. So just taking that as an opportunity to get out there. We actually see Nawe, Rossi 95 and the rest of their team getting out on top of this hill. Interesting place to dismount. I'm not sure why they are dismounting here. Did they see something? Are they looking for something? They get good vision all around. So look at them now. They're already spreading. They're already looking all around for something. Maybe they knew Thorandil was there. I'm not entirely sure. Rossi 95 scanning the area. Has got that 4x already. Rossi 95 did some serious work in our games last week. Gets a special shout out for the amount of pulling it out the bag last week. Certainly Rossi did. Getting back into battle list. So Thorandil is quite far away. So I'm not really sure what these guys are doing. They've dismounted there. They're quite happy just to hold it. I guess they're done with looting, is what it is. They're done with looting. They figure that the ring is going to come down somewhere around here, and they're just going to hold this position, making the sort of judgmental call that they're going to get some people come past them, possibly. Okay, so our bridge siege players have actually given up on the bridge siege as well. Got themselves some cars by the looks of it. We have Timmy's and team moving up, so we might get some action here at Ferry Pier in a minute. Timmy, Zululu and team, the Finstack guys, are going to be driving along across near Ferry Pier in a second. Driving along across and near. I couldn't use more hyperbole if I tried. So they're actually going to hit the road, and they're going to come straight past. Are the team in a position to make any plays, though? This is the question. They might be close, but no, actually, Timmy's and team actually moving straight up into the forest. Not even driving along the road. They're just going straight for the ring position, it looks like. So Kaja, Okoko, and their team just still looting up in the background. Timmy's and Zululu's and team are... I look like they're just trying to work out where to ditch. A lot of players at the moment jostling for position. Really jostling hard for position here. Everybody just wants to get a good position. Rivako taking some damage. Oh, we see a fight breaking out. Oh, the old guy gets very low. The Alabama boss knocked down really low. T-Town, Alabama. Looks like grenades coming, and that's going to be very, very painful. By the way. Actually, no, I was wrong. It hit the building, but didn't actually do any damage. We have 3 players in this building. We have Rossi and team moving in. We see T-Town, Alabama going down. Oh dear, there's just 2 players knocked out in this building. One of their players is in the other building and gets knocked down by Rossi. Rossi did fantastic work there. And we see an entire, no, almost an entire squad wipe nearly. So Loco Caesar's knocked out in one building. Old guy actually does make a play and gets his partner up. Noisy Cutie Pie moving in, sees the KO'd player. Oh, no, actually sees the down player. While this is happening, Alabama boss moves out and out the window by the looks of it. The old guy 12 takes a bit of damage for his troubles and then gets killed. Sorry, I couldn't get a good angle on that, guys. Apologies. But it looks like Rossi 95 carrying on from his duos and picking up a nice squad wipe there. All those players picking up kills, so we're on 5 kills already for that team. Nostrian team taking a bit of ring damage while we're having a look at that. So you've seen our first big squad wipe casualty there. We have a lot of players moving into the ring at this stage in the game over here. But it looks like, yeah, this is all one team, jockeys and team. All very low because of the ring, all healing themselves up. We see another car cresting, actually going around the hill. I thought it was going to come over the top of the hill. Instead, it comes around the hill. Actually, still not making his mind up yet, so we could still see something. Yippee-ki-yay gets himself a kill. On Aqueous is downed as well. Just letting him bleed out, kind of cruelly, just standing above his slowly dying body. Jarkos and Sagradati, Aqueous' partners, are moving up on his position. What can they do? Jarkos jumps, gets onto his belly, takes a bit of damage from XYZZZ. Jarkos gets up and moves away. JPKA with the car, trying to take some shots. Sagradati in the distance there with another Scar. So we have Scar and Scar. Aqueous, their partner. They might just have to say goodbye to Aqueous. He's been knocked out in that building. There are 4 players from that squad all in the same building as him. So they might just have to move back. Sometimes it's worth just playing for position. Don't want to die early if there's still 2 of you left alive. It's not worth really storming a building 2v4. Oh, and Aqueous gets taken down in the end by JPKA with the Scar. Sagradati and Jarkos, his teammates, then decide to move away from it. So actually moving away from the fight. Getting totally away from it. Going to get away from the town as well. Gaxi just knocked out EasyYS with a grenade, which that's weird because that's his teammate. So maybe we had a stuck on the railing situation. I'm not sure. But yes, so it looks like Gaxi and teammates have actually got a lot of tier 3. I see more tier 3 helmets than I've seen in my last 15 games. So yes, there's the 4 tier 3 helmets. 4. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 tier 3 helmets. And I can assure you guys, there is nothing done to the loot on this game. It is standard loot. The only thing happened is cosmetics are off. So there is no extra armor for people. So that's quite impressive. They've managed to get 4 tier 3 helmets for their entire team. Looking good as well. They're in the ring. They've got loot. They've got tier 3. They're looking quite good at this stage. I would not bet against them with a full team this week to have some sort of say in this. We see Jarkos and Sagradati. Try to get into that. Taking a bit more damage from this team. Sagradati very low. Jockey's just knocked out dwarfs. Let's have a look at this. Sorry, dways, not dwarfs. Reading what I want to read. We see a Mini and a Scar going up against Walter Black. We've got 4x doing some damage. Walter Black gets knocked down. Lonix taking some damage there behind the car. Frenchie 78. Oh, takes a couple of shots. Jockey's going ham here. This is some really nice work from Jockey. Gets the mini out himself. No, actually, no. Gets the car out himself. Looking for an angle. Oh, does get a hit, but doesn't get a kill. Frenchie 78 got the mini out there. Oh, lovely shot there. That's an almost life ender one. Both of his teammates are down now. What can Lonix do? He gets a grenade out. Then he changes his mind. Goes for the KAR. In the interim, he's seeing his teammates just get killed. Frenchie gets killed to his right. Walter Black gonna go down as well. Jockey's keeping up the pressure here. Trevor, Hefty Elf, moving up. Looks like they're getting in the car, going around. That van he's using is going to go down as well. Oh, he doesn't need to kill it, though, because Lonix takes another car shot. Lonix is super low right now. Hefty Elf is keeping up the pressure on him. That car is going to go down. He's healed himself up again, but that car is taking some serious damage. He's going to go on fire any second. Lonix, what can Lonix do from here? He's under so much fire. It looks like he's got a flank as well. Yep, Trevor got a flank on Lonix and kills him and finishes that fight. So a nice squad kill for Jockey's, Trevor and team. But while this has happened, Jarkos and Sagradati turned up. Hefty Elf instantly gets chunked to quarter health. Trevor gets quite low as well. Jarkos moving up. Gets some more shots on Trevor. Gets some more shots on Hefty Elf. Gets knocked out for his troubles though. Sagradati moving around. Last player left alive and not knocked out from his team. Sees Ibrahimovic in front of him and gets killed. Wow, double, 2 in succession for Hefty Elf and Jockey's team. They get 2 squad wipes in succession out in the open there, and they didn't lose any players for it either. This is where we start now, guys. ZXYZZ, now we're Rossi 95. They clear up. Our duos champions from last week get cleaned up by ZXYZZZ and team. Already chunked down. Jarkos and Sagradati killed half of their team, then picked up another squad wipe themselves. We can see in the background there. We could have seen the background there, JF car, but apparently it's up to the other side of the map. Type XDII trading with KF car. Looks like a load of players going down in the background there. We've got some KAR action. We've got one more knockout. We've got Nyman just over that hill. Scanning around, having a look. Both the players now are over this hill, so they're not going to be able to get any angles on them. Some shots coming in from behind. They're in a pinch situation themselves. Oh, MBS LOL Gaxi and team throwing some serious damage onto Type XDII and team. So it looks like they just managed to save Maestro's team. Zorkin and Nyman get away from that. They've actually left Maestro, their third teammate, to bleed out. Jumping in that building, getting away from MBS LOL and teams. The Forza and Esports team putting some serious hurt over there. ZZ Dons getting some damage out with that mini. Gets 1 knockdown. Actually gets 2 knockdowns. Excuse me, he gets 2 knockdowns. Frogman trying his best there. Actually taking cross damage from, I'm not sure where, but from Mygoth killed him from behind. Yeah, so they got pinched as well because Mygoth came from behind there with the 4x silenced, is it? Mygoth running across this area now, quite wide open. He's got 1 team to his left. He's got 1 team to his right. He's going to start to trade. Mustard instantly take some damage from Nookie. Mustard then trying to return some fire. His tier 3 helmet is broken or close to broken. Mustard just dives down behind that hill. Kakmir pushing up on top of the hill. Only got the 2x though. Nookie quite far away, but does have the KAR. We see Alex on fire as well, quite far away with the SKS. No upgrade on the mag of the SKS, so just 10-shot SKS at the moment. Margoth is the closest player, but actually he's on his belly, so none of these players are going to see him. First person means that cover actually works as cover. Hills work as cover as well. So, you know, you can just dive behind the kill. We see 1 shot coming in from Mustard there. Not quite getting the connection he wants. He's only rocking that 2x. This is not the best situation. He's just rocking a 2x on that KAR. We'll see the position of the players. Mustard having a look. Bear in mind this is X-ray vision, so we can see through the hills here, but Mustard does get see the player there. Doesn't get any hits onto Nookie though. Mustard being patient. Oh, he does get a hit there. Alex on fire takes 1 KAR shot. Takes another shot from one of Mustard's teammates there. Drops down, gonna heal himself up. Gets on the belly. Nookie there, trying to get an angle. We see Nookie looking over the top of that hill. We hear a car coming up behind these players. So I'm just going to get out now. Oh, got right through the... Actually, it's Kakmir coming around in a car to pick up his teammates here. Must have still looking for an angle. Looks like these guys are actually just going to back out of this fight by the looks of it. Kakmir rocking up with a car. Going to leave these guys here. Looks like they are actually struggling for ring position as well. If we look at the ring, yeah. So it's a good call. They're just going to get in the car and they're going to go. Leave these guys to deal with the ring and deal with the other teams. They've got to get past Kaja and their team up ahead there. So as we can see that, we can jump into another kill. EKNX in this building just got 1 kill, but I can't see anybody else around him, so it looks like we've missed that. We see MBS LOL, Energy Creator, EasyYS, and Gaxi moving across this bridge. MBS LOL's taking a bit of damage. Tez Zalulu, our champions from last week, situated in the building. I see a lot of minis, and I see a lot of scars. I see a lot of high-end gear for both of these teams. There's no excuses here. Let's get into Timmy's vision. Got that 4x on the mini. Instantly takes a bit of damage there. Looks like MBS LOL has been gotten back up to full. EasyYS, though, isn't at full health. Timmy's just healing himself up in the building. His other teammates in the further forward building. Zalulu actually holding the rear building. Gaxi trying to do what Gaxi does, trying to move around. But I think Gaxi could be taking damage from behind there. Actually, no, from the hill. Kakuli and team putting some damage onto Gaxi. Oh dear, just turned around on them there. Energy Creator trying to put some damage onto the hill. They're now stuck. They're in a pinch situation. They've got 1 squad with position up on that hill. Oh, and damage coming back in on Energy Creator. Lost 20% of his HP in that quick exchange. EasyYS moving across the bridge. He's out in the open though. He doesn't really know what to do here. We've got a real situation. Stuck between a rock and a hard place for the Forza and Esports team. And EasyYS taking a lot of damage there. Right, let's see if we can get an angle from the guys up on the hill who seem to be doing so much damage. So Tuhojo's got that 8x. Actually looking the other way, trying to target the people in that building. So they're actually fighting fights on 2 different fronts here. Kakuli's been rezzed in the interim. Going to heal himself up now. EasyYS going down. Very, very low. Looks like this is a Lulu team. EasyYS is 1 shot from death. Or 1 shot from knockdown. Gaxi actually moved around here, trying to get a flank action. We see Zalulu in the building. Actually, Gaxi sees that as well. 2 shots come in. They don't really make any connections, though. But actually, Gaxi stood out in the open. There's still shots, long-range shots coming down on him. So as he's trying to do that, he's getting shot from behind by one by name in his team. Gaxi and team, they are really struggling for position here. There's a lot of players with a better position than they have. They've put themselves into a quite poor position here. And as we actually see Zalulu and team moving away quickly in the car, they don't like what's unfolding here, so they've actually just left. Yep, they've left and just gone straight for the ring, leaving all these players. One by name taking some shots at EasyYS. One by name instantly goes down. His teammate Sibakan in the background there dives down as low as he can go, so he doesn't take any more damage. Izerol on the other peninsula there taking some shots himself. There's no way one by name's getting res at this point. Gaxi's moving up. We can see him flanking around. He's going to make sure of this kill. Izerol trying to get some damage out there. We see Energy Creator taking a little bit of damage as he goes for that rock. We see EasyYS still quite low HP. Hasn't healed himself up. 26 seconds till the next ring comes in. Shibakan taking some damage there from Gaxi. So Gaxi gets the second knockdown. Gaxi's going to pick up 2 kills in our far vision there, because one by name is going to go down as well. Izerol and Speederino jumping into the water, hoping the water's going to save them here. Gaxi's actually the other side. 9 seconds till this ring comes in. His team is actually moved up on these buildings. We see Nyman trying to sneak around. Nyman, the last player from his team, very slowly moving. He sees EasyYS in front of him. Well, here's the car at least. Is he going to pop up? Is he going to ruin Forza and Esports day here? I'm not sure if he is. Nope, Nyman just quite happy to just chill out around here. While this is happening, we've got other battles happening all over the map right now. Energy Creator, Nyman could ruin their day here. He could. Is he going to? Is he just going to be happy to let them go? He is. So Nyman just waits and lets them go. Actually, no, as I say that, though, he shoots. As I move away from him, he shoots. In typical style. One by name dies outside the play zone. His teammate Izero and Speederino are actually still in the water. We see Massa and Kakmir moving up. Oko jumping into the water, Kaja jumping into the water, ZZ Doms and his partner as well. These guys are all really going to struggle for position right now. Izero taking some damage from Gaxi by the looks of it. There we are. Oh, we have about 8 players within 4 foot of each other here. We have our winners from last week, Finstack. And then we have the Skinny Pessian team in the other buildings there. And they have the position. They have the ring position. Everyone else now is fighting over these guys' scraps. If they keep it solid and steady, everyone else is going to be fighting over their scraps. Gaxi outside the ring, taking quite a lot of damage at this point. Got some good shots there. Kakmir going low and actually gets shot from behind. Or does he? I'm not sure where he got shot from. Nookie took him down. I'm not sure where Nookie was shooting on. Nookie was actually down there. He missed Nookie. I missed Nookie as well. Nookie's like invisible. He's got that cloak of invisibility +5 or something right now. So Nookie took that as a chance to get across the water. Unfortunately, guys, I made a massive mistake. I followed someone in the water. So we need to wait for him to get out the water so that our sound might be restored to normal. Because, oh, there we go. That's better. It's fixed. So Energy Creator moved down to try and get Gaxi. Gaxi died outside the play zone. Energy Creator put himself in a bit of position because he is now quite low health himself. So Forzney Sports have lost a player. We have Kakuli and team. They are full players. It looks like Finstack have started to work on the players in this building. Let's have a look at Timmy's vision. Every time I click on Timmy's, there's nothing to see. It's like he wants to do this to spite me. I click on his vision to have a look. He's looking at walls. Skinny Pessy gets his teammate up though. Papa looking through windows there, trying to get some shots. Doesn't really get anything though. Nosha just gets a kill. Tez putting some damage on. There's just damage coming everywhere. ZZ Doms. Jumping behind a rock there. We still see NBS lol. Nookie's still alive somehow. We see some shots coming in there from ZZ Doms. Actually his partner. Partner with the car there. So is moving up and around. Still a lot of players right in front of these guys. It's going to be really hard at this point. Easy YS gets knocked out by Kakuli's KAR. OOKOO. Taking the rear position here. His teammate are moving up through the smoke. His teammates are moving up through the smoke. But there's nowhere really nice to go here. Hefty Elf gets another knockdown. Let's have a look at Hefty Elf taking a lot of damage again, getting quite low himself there. We see a big trade coming up here. A huge trade. Typex DXI is down. I don't even know who's left. I think Kakuli might be the last player left here. Looks like Kakuli might be the last player left. He's running away, trying to keep his team in this game. We see Ibrahimovic and Trevor and Hefty Elf. They're all still alive. Jock is desperately chasing him down. Out in the open, though. Not a great position for him to take a fight. He's out in the open against Kakuli. Kakuli, no mug, will return fire with something. Jockis then ends up outside the ring. We can see players going down all over the place. And actually, Kakuli doing some serious damage to his team. Oh, they picked a bad fight. Kakuli will go down, but he's done some damage. He's done some serious damage to his team. Jockis is going to go down outside the ring. Hefty Elf might be Sable. They're going to go into this last second with 3 players. As we look, Finstack are still healthy. Finstack still own this building. Finstack still healthy. Energy Creator, MBS LOL have actually taken the building from the other team that were there. But now they're all low. And they have Finstack, who are all not low and all quite healthy in the building opposite them. We can see some players in the background. Thorandril and team are trying to make it. Oh, trying to make something happen there. We see some shots coming into the building. Zulu is just up on that roof. Takes a bit of damage, does a bit of damage, and gets the knockdown. So 2 of these teams are knocked low. 1 knocked down. Gonna get the res off though. They have time. They have time. Now the big complication here for everybody is that everyone has to move. Nookie, our player, who's been sort of struggling by himself for a while now. Oh, all his Finstack are low. Timmy's the highest health player on about 80%. Jumping out that window. Wants to go for a car play, I think. Wants to try and get some ring position. He realizes that the building's now working against him because there are so many players bearing down them. We've got ZZ Doms just happily chilling out over here. No one's seen him. Timmy's is literally moving up behind him, but he doesn't see him. Or does he? Oh my god. He doesn't see him. He must see him. He does. But he's able to do a lot of damage to Timmy, so didn't have much time to react, but still took 80% of Timmy's health off. Hefty Elf gets another kill. Oh, it looks like Hefty Elf and team are picking up some serious kills right now. And oh, Finstack losing some players. I'm not sure what Zululu did there. He suicided into that team with the car. Finstack just lost another player in the process. We see Easy YS, MBS Golden team. They take another player from Finstack out. I think it could be curtains of Finstack, guys. I think our winners from last week are going to go down in game 1, but they are still going to be in a top 10-ish position. Timmy's still alive though, despite it all. Timmy's trying to return some fire. Tez knocked down. All those players are knocked down. I don't think any of these teams are going to make it. They're all going to go. They are. Timmy's is the last player left alive, but the ring is damaging. The ring is seriously hurting. Can Timmy's make it? I don't think he can, but I think he's given his team a good start. He might not have made it, but he's given his team a good start. We see Trevor, Hefty Elf, Ibrahimovic, all on this ridge have done very well this game. Look at that, 4, 8, 9 kills for the alive players. That's not including whoever died. So we have a 3v2. Oh, and we see Trevor going down to Nookie. Nookie, who's done so well by himself, gets Trevor down. Hefty up trying to go down. Nookie has no cover. Gets 2 players down with no cover. Oh, Ibrahimovic, what's he going to do? Is he going to try and move around with that mini? He does. Oh, he finally gets Nookie down. But Nookie ends up winning the game for JPKA and his team. He took Jockers' team so low, he ends up winning the game from behind. Wow. What play from Nookie there. He just went in on it. Got 2 knockdowns. Almost got a 3rd kill. And then JPKA's team popped up more like, thank you for that, buddy. We'll take the win there. Good play from everyone. And so many kills coming down from all these teams. We see our overall winners from last week ending up in 4th. We see our Forza Esports team ending up in 5th, throwing the cat amongst the pigeons. We've seen Jokis and his team coming up with a really strong game there. We're quite close to winning it. And then obviously JPKA and his team have taken that. Let's just have a good look. What's JPKA and his team called? So we can actually call them by their proper team name. They deserve to be called by their proper team name. If I can find them on the list of players. Oh gosh. I've now put myself in a situation because I'm like, what's their names? And now I'm blind and old and I can't see and I'm desperately trying to see. I will find out. I'll find out before the next game what they're actually called. But anyway, guys, we're going to go to our next our quick break now for you. We'll be back with game 2 in about 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at the most. We'll put some highlights on from previous squad games while we do this. But please stay with us. Go get a drink, take a break if you need to for 5 minutes, and we will be back in due course. Bergman in the distance. It looks like Bergman's going to lose. Bergman in the distance. It looks like Bergman's going to lose 2 players to this. No, actually, Bergman is his partner. Sorry, ignore me. Letris is going to go down as well. Letris goes down. Not sure where their other players were from that squad. I think the other player is INPG, unless I'm wrong. I'm not entirely sure where he is. He's miles away. But those players got killed. I think they came to the shooting range a little bit late. And when you get here late, everyone else has already got all the gear. So it's never going to go that well for you, to be honest with you. Get back into the map and have a look. Interesting place for the ring to finish. This is the most players have ever visited. No. This is the most players have ever come northeast in the game. Sorry, northwest in the game. Lifetime gets a knockdown. Avgen's going to go down. Second knockdown, so going to bleed out really quickly. Zorkin moving away. Bespoke Theo putting some shots up onto the... actually, not putting shots up onto anywhere. So it looks like Lifetime just finished off Zeth Ice there. So that team has taken, I think, casualties for sort of half of it. They're saying that all that's left is Bespoke Theo and Lifetime. So they've got 2 players left now. Moving up on Bespoke Theo. His only salvation is if the team up on the ridge with Battle Strong in them can sort of take some of the attention away, but I don't think they can. Bespoke Theo moving around by himself, takes some more damage, takes even more damage, and goes down. Tekapota with the VSS. But in the end, they ended up getting pinched multiple times and losing the entire squad to the other squad here. They just walked through, slowly clearing out Zaki. So while that's been happening, let's have a quick look at what's happening. Trickster getting that kill. Eeyore in the building. Fight. He doesn't want to survive to the end. He's going to take out as much as he can. Not entirely sure that he must realise there's multiple players up here. He moves around. Does he move around quick enough? He does. But MSSH just annihilates him with the shotgun. Pretty much one-tapped walking around that. So while they have lost a player, they've traded that up for another team. But they're in the red zone. And they're rezzing in the red zone. And they're outside the building. Desperately running inside now. Washido, MSSH is trying to loot. He says, I don't care about the red zone. I'm going to loot anyway. In a prone position. Titanium Carbide at the bottom knocked out. So actually going for some reses. Promoria gets rezzed. I'm not sure where their 4th is. Oh! Bush gets knocked out looking over. He got caught looking over and is going to go down for it as well. So now you just have Promoria and Wolsey left. Lost 2 of their team already. Zyrov knocked out in the distance as well. Wolsey looking over with that KAR. Trying to get an angle. Or is he? Or is he just going to go straight for the radio tower? He could be going straight for the radio tower, just not bothering. Oh, Promoria does pick up the kill there at the bottom. No, just not bothering. Oh, Promoria does pick up the kill there at the bottom. Nice kill from Prone Warrior. Titanium Carbide in front then. He's still low. Oh, another kill, another knockdown from Prone Warrior. Oh, and he gets a squad wipe. Oof. Caught them all on the hill. So Prone Warrior and his teammate are by themselves now. They're running a duos, but gets an entire squad wipe. So they will be getting loot. They will be getting loot. And they will be staying in the game. Scally. Bit of a long-range trade to the winners here. Oh, Verma walks up behind Kimbus. Verma, the solo player. Verma with the 2 kills walks up behind that team, gets the knockdown on Kimbus. Kimbus is going to be rezzed then by Scally. They're aware that Verma's there. Verma repositioning himself. I love this play. This is really nice. Immediately repositioned. But no, he's not seen Scally. And What Even, they're right in front of him. He sees him now. Shade gets Scally down, but gets killed by What Even. What Even has 2 reses to do. He's now got pinched by the team behind. The team that Verma were playing with Darth Maul in that building. What can What Even do? He can't do anything. Building, those rings coming in. Crazy Cage Man, Rory and Saint and Brooksy have got position. Oh, they're outside. They're outside. Don't get any kills. Oh, actually, no. Alex is going to go down. One player goes down. One player gets KO'd. The second player is KO'd inside the building. Crazy Cage Man moves around the building. There's one player left for this team. I don't even know where they are. They're stuck in amongst all the knocked out players. He's totally pinched. Another grenades come in. So many grenades come in from behind. From Hefe. Hefe gets instantly chunked by Crazy Cage Man. Crazy Cage Man gets knocked out himself in return. Everyone's getting knocked out. Crazy Cage Man knockdown. Is moving for the ring himself now. He's quite low health, but is moving now. He's got the tier 3 helmet, tier 3 backpack on. 4x on the M4. Me and Saint knocked out. That's all he needs. He's just going for it. Brooksy and Rory are having all sorts of problems. Oh no, but Concrete then gets out into the open and gets killed by Rory. Rory gets one back for his team, but however, most of his team's going down and Rory's out in the open and the people in the hospital are chunking him, and it's not going to last very long. Kojo and Brucifer and team have a great position. Mr. Bong including that, they have a great position at this point. So many players are going to have to die coming up to them. We have the ring. Skinny Pessy going down. Wacko moving right into the ring now. Skinny Pessy goes down, but in the same time then Melkbus and Vroxy get 3 knockdowns. Wow. Actually, no, it isn't them. It's from the hospital again. It's actually 2 lots of players, 2 lots of squads. The players in the hospital and the players on the ridge there just destroyed this team. They all were on the same tree. They all got knocked out almost at the same time. Wacko's all that's left. He's just letting Tyrone die. He's like, bro, I can't. He ducks, he dives, he dips, he dodges again, he ducks again, and he gets behind the tree with the smallest margin of life ever. Mr. Bong sees him, misses the shot. Kimbus goes for the car, doesn't quite get the shot though, returns some fire into Mr. Bong, oh, and then goes down, but it was a valiant effort by Kimbus. Zazo then gets himself onto 4 kills, Kojo on 4 kills, Mr. Bong on 3 kills, Brucifer on 2 kills. The kills, oh, I don't know why that did that, sorry guys. Mr. Bong gets another kill. The roving player gets another kill. Got that, folks. We're calming a little now. Oh, position has been taken away from Brucifer and team. Position has been taken away. Actually, MSSH's team, Melkbus, have the position, but it goes down anyway. Mr. Bong with the flank, coming all the way round like a ninja. He practices the art of ninjutsu when he's playing PUBG. MSSH goes down. Mr. Bong, wow. Serious plays there while he's doing that. Brucifer not messing around. Brucifer flanking from the other side. They're going to get pinched. Brucifer's team, Zazo, Kojo, Mr. Bong have been really... Come in. Roxy takes some more damage and Roxy's team gets wiped. It's a 4v1. It's a 4v1 now. INPG in the school. INPG goes down. And what a performance from Mr. Bong and their team. What a second game, guys. They held the hospital, sorry. The hospital got taken away from them. Mr. Bong went out, flanked the team, took a player out. Brucifer flanked the other way, killed the team off, and they took the hill, and it was just it was a 4v1 at that point. Shout out to INPG for getting his team into second place, despite being the only player left alive for large periods of that game. take some damage. He gets Schaefer down. He's knocked out himself. Absolutely torn to shreds. Can they get in the ring? Product pulls Voxic out the ship. He's pushing back round. He's going to catch him out in the open and he's going to go down.
Playerunknown's Battlegrounds tournaments. Join us every Saturday. Proudly presented by XPULZ.
And welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed round one. Hopefully you had a nice little break to collect yourself and get what you needed to get whilst we were setting up for game two. So we're into game two now. I did finally find out the name. It was RS17 that took game one. So RS17 were the guys that took game one of the series. So we're just going to go into game two now. Just giving it everything a quick scan. I'm not sure where how many players are moving around all over the place. Anyway, so it looks like we're just about good to go. So I'm going to click the start button. We're going to get into game two. So this is game 2 of 3, you guys. Remember, it's overall a best of 3. We're into game 2 of 3 now. Just click the start button while we wait on the start button to respond and do the things we would hope a start button would do. Hopefully you enjoyed game 1. We saw a lot of kills. A lot of teams picked up a huge amount of kills in that game. But squads do tend to provide a lot of squad wipe opportunities and therefore a lot of kills for teams. This seems to be the way it goes, is the people loot for a period of time and then from about 8 minutes into the game it's just constant death and destruction all the way through to the end. Which is great for the viewer. It's great for us to watch. You know, it's just death, destruction, flanks, kills, grenades, all that sort of stuff. So the two teams I was looking out for, obviously Forzen and Finstack, did get themselves into the top 5 there. So they put themselves already in contention for it. Obviously they're going to need to get past RS17 now, who set the stall out by winning that game 1. Special mention to Trevor and team, obviously Hefty Elf with the number of kills they picked up in that game was incredible. So all those teams are going to be there or thereabouts. You know, they're going to get the loot they need. Obviously, running with 80 players, they will get the loot they need. They'll have the space they need to get all the stuff and get the position they need. You know? And so there's going to be no excuses. There's no, oh, we didn't get the loot or we didn't get the land. All these players are playing at their maximum efficiency, so that's what we're gonna see. 40 seconds till we get in. As a reminder, guys, while we're in this starting off sort of position, please drop the XPULZ Gaming channel a follow if you can, please. If you want to see more of this first-person action, we'll be having our first-person duos tomorrow afternoon, early evening. Then on Sunday, MPG will be taking over our channel. So MPG Massive Pair Gaming will be taking over our channel for their own internal sort of tournament that they then open up to other players to join. So there will be more action all through the weekend across our channels for you guys here. So don't forget to drop the channel a follow. Don't forget to get on our Twitter. Don't forget to join the Discord. And make sure you sign up for the website as well. Because if you want to take part in these tournaments, guys, they are normally on a first come, first serve basis. So signing up early is the way to get into these games. If you're excited by this, if you want to have your games casted, if you want to get in and play against the Forzen and esports teams and the Finstacks and those teams like that, RS17s, if you want to play against these teams, then you have to get yourself signed up early for these games because they do fill up very quickly every week. So we're starting game 2. We have again a top to bottom map split, so almost the exact reverse of what we had in game 1. A little bit angled further over to the middle of the map, but it's quite similar. So the teams that had the plans in the first map can pretty much have the same sort of plans in the second map. Will we see a couple of squads going towards military? Will we see... It looks immediately like we have a few guys that got out straight away as soon as the plane allowed people to jump out. So at Savernia we got looks like 2 squads going to be coming down at Severny. So there's already going to be fights there. We see a huge wedge of squads going towards Georgiopol. And at least 2 squads landing at Rozhok. So there is going to be quite a bit of early game conflict. Severny, Rozhok are going to be lit up. We see military is going to be lit up as well. I can see at least 3 squads directly going for military. We see Finstak going Primorsk again. Same thing they did last game. Hef the Elf and his team seem to be caught in 2 mines. I think they might be landing sort of on the coast here near the farms. Rossi 95 and his team taking the farms on. So there's a lot of players that are very close to each other. And there are a lot of players sharing towns at the moment. So I'm expecting to see quite a lot of fighting. Let's get actually into Rozhok. Snaggy just gets the knockdown straight away there. And Massa goes down straight away at the start of this game. So let's get into Snaggy's vision. He's just taken Massa out. And it actually is at Rozhok by the look of it. Unless I'm going crazy. Apparently not. Whenever I kick on Snaggy, it takes me to a different player entirely. So that's useful. Thank you for the game. So Snaggy killed someone somewhere. Unfortunately, I can't see who Snaggy killed because the menu is not working. Jahis getting a kill. Muster Nika is low. These are our sacrificial lambs to the slaughter at military. So Snaggy then up on the building there. Junzi and Muster seem to have lost. Well, they've lost 1 player from their team. Snaggy's lost 1 player from his team as well. So Snaggy, Rockwiller, Ginteri are all that's left for them. I can't see who else, where their 3rd player is though. So I can see Kakmi and Muster and Junze down at the office buildings area there. We can see Skinny Pessy and his team are split out the other side of the military. So there are 3 teams at military at the moment, or 3 partial teams at military right now. Easy YS gets the knockdown, and we see Snaggy with more mini shots. Junze gonna go down to Snaggy. Snaggy doing some serious damage there. Muster moves around the building. That 4x combo with the mini, always quite good. Since they put this into the game, it has become the go-to for a lot of players. A lot of players are picking up these minis and using them and really enjoying them. Snaggy moves around. Kakmir now down on the floor. Does have a mini himself. So we could end up with a mini versus mini. We see Muster trying to take some shots. Oh, actually landing a few shots on the structure itself. Muster kind of low though. And we see JN Terry moving around onto Muster. Snaggy takes some damage from Muster. Gets the knockdown on Muster. Muster going to go down when JN Terry gets there. Kakmir being the last player for this team alive. It looks like he's coming around to try and desperately trying to res Muster, his teammate there. But we see JN Terry in the back there, looming in the back with the scar. He hasn't really been invited to this party, but he's going to be anywhere. Kakmir takes some shots. JN Terry's going to finish it off. He does, and we get the first real, I think, squad wipe. Saying that, we've got Easy YS getting knocked out by Jipikaye. Jipikaye actually takes Easy YS out. Easy YS goes down. We see Gaxi, Easy YS teammate in the background. Energy Creator and MBS are still alive, but they have lost Easy YS. Gaxi super low health. Jipikaye and team are all still alive. These are our RS17. This is Team RS17, the guys who won last game, already taking out one of the Forza esports players early on. These are early deaths in the game like this, guys. We have lost 9 players from the game already. Gaxi desperately gets away though, and will be able to get some gear, but Forza esports not in the best position right now. Already losing a player at this stage in the game. Our military players, we still have 2 entire squads at military that are now going to trade. So have Snaggy and Rockwiller's team taken too much time to wipe Muster's squad? Were these players able to actually get a whole lot of loot? Let's have a quick look. Suriarik doesn't actually have a helmet, so it didn't really prosper from that sort of dead space and getting a lot of loot there. It didn't really get a huge amount of loot from the time, but it looks like Edward's moving up here by himself with a car, and he's got JN Terry and Rockwiller in front of him. I'm not sure about this. He does have a 2X on there, but he's only got a car and S686. He does have a helmet and does have armor, but he's moving straight towards Snaggy and his teammates, and I'm not entirely sure, given how far away from his team he is. This is a great situation. They're going to end up seeing him now. They do end up seeing Edward. JN Terry taking it quite slow. He has seen the play. Sees him again. Obviously wearing that banana suit. It's quite hard to miss him. And he sees him again, but what's he doing? He's just quite happy. Oh, Edward comes out there with the S686, takes some shots. Doesn't really do any damage. Moves around the other side, trying to take some shots again. He's going to get knocked down by Rockwiller. It's very low health. Edward gets knocked down. Will they go for the finish off? It looks like Jay and Terry's just moving around slowly. Does immediately get the kill. Very far away from his team. Not the best situation. We've got Skinny Pessy. Look how far away some of his teammates are. Skinny Pessy is literally on the hill. He must be a good half a mile away from that player. We now have a red zone, complicating things. The players are disrespecting the red zone gods right now. Are the red zone gods vengeful gods? They are not vengeful gods today. Skinny Pessy with that Mini and the 4X. The fan favourite. The Mini and the 4X or 8X is just becoming a favourite of everyone's. Every single squad has one of these. It is everywhere. It is probably the most spawned sniper rifle, I think, of all the snipers you can get. So it is everywhere and it is effective. And it's got good velocity on the round. So people are really enjoying this gun and getting good results out of it. It's become the sort of go-to sniper, I think, for a lot of people. An auto sniper with decent damage and good weapon velocity. Sorry, good bullet velocity. So Jay and Terry and Rockwiller moving into these two separate buildings. Snaggy moving around as well. Again, another player with the Mini did some serious damage earlier. Looks like he's pushing into this. Oh, this could be bad for Snaggy. He's far away from his team. Oh, no. Pulls back. Decides not to go in there. Pulls back at the last minute. I thought he was going to go straight in with the M16. Not the best situation for him moving in there with an M16. We see Skinny Pessy on this hill. He's looking the wrong way. He doesn't see Snaggy, who's out in the open. Though will be slightly covered by trees. Is Skinny Pessy look? He's not looking in the right direction. He's not. Snaggy's moving around. Snaggy's not looking in the right direction either. Neither of these two players are looking anywhere near them. Snaggy's just moving away. Out of military. Skinny Pessy still has not seen him. Still just covering his teammates in that building. Still hasn't seen Snaggy. Pessy still. He said neither of these players are looking at each other. There's no vision. Snaggy is just head down running away. Obviously the ring is coming in now. And these military players need to get off military island. So I think Jay and Terry, Snaggy and team are quite focused on getting off the military islands here. Actually, what Snaggy was doing was quite clever. He's moved quite far away to provide cover for Jay and Terry and team. He's trying to get some high ground. Skinny Pessy is going to be entirely covered by these trees in front of him, though. So unless he moves up a little bit further, he's not going to actually see Pessy at all. In fact, given where he is, it's going to be quite hard to see him anyway, but he is out in the open now. If Snaggy should be able to see him. He's right there in the open. He does indeed see him. That 8X takes a bit of time. Breathing. One shot comes in. Two shots come in. Wow, blown the header out straight off, and Snaggy follows up with an instant kill. And now Pessy's team is down to 2 players left, taking some shots in vain up at this tree. Long range shots with that M16 and that I think M4 the other player had. Snaggy actually taking a bit of damage from that. Jay and Terry with a Mini of his own, trying to get a bit of an angle there. Got the 4X on that. Oh, we see Syria UK or Syria K actually outside. Jay and Terry has seen him, or must have seen him by now. Moose swaps weapons at just that wrong point. Just swapping his weapons over just at the wrong point. Rockwiller moving round. Oh, he's going to get the kill here, or at least a knockdown. Oh, goes full auto, does get the knockdown eventually. Son of Dracula, the last player left alive for this team now. What can Son of Dracula do? He's, bet he wishes his dad was here right now. That's all I got, guys. Okay, so Rockwiller moving around that building. Has got the silencer on it. Is very alone right now, though. And has Jay and Terry, Snaggy, and team here who've done some serious work at military. They picked up what we got, 7 kills at military for this team. Jay and Terry just jumping out the window, so it looks like they're going to leave Dracula by himself. They haven't got the squad wipe, but they don't need the squad wipe. Son of Dracula is going to be too paranoid to probably move. Now, he will hear the car, so what's he going to do? He has got some stuff. He can keep himself in this game. I think he's going to try and go for some shots as they try and get into the car there. Doesn't really get any hits, though. So now he's by himself at military, so he has to make a choice. Has to get off. We see Rockwiller getting a car of his own, so actually taking the other car, leaving with Son of Dracula with even less options now. Hopefully he's got lots of meds, otherwise it's going to be a long run to make the ring from there. He already has energy drink, got to use an energy drink on himself, so potentially might be able to get across. We have no one in a bridge siege position. There is no one at the bridge, so getting across the bridge is going to be fine for Snaggy, Jay and Terry and their team. We see Finstack moving up with cars towards Gatkaway. Chinky entirely taken over by I0 and his team. Quite a lot of players coming towards the ring in this position. So let's have a look. We see Nostra and Thrandril getting out of their cars. Rossi 95 seems to have lost the car. Sasson Irvi moving past Rossi 95. Taking a bit of damage from Rossi 95's team. Taking a few hits there, but doesn't look like it's enough to really get them low. We see Rossi 95 only has the Vector, which isn't great. And is quite split out from his team. Knight's Q5 moving up on Nostra. Only got that car. Quite close range for a car. I'm not sure. He's actually swapped to the Scar now. Is he going to move around this rock? If he does, he could get it. Oh, he's gone for the KAR again. Does he realise how close Nostra is? Look at these players. They're sharing a rock. They don't even realise, I don't think. They don't realise they're sharing a rock. Nostra literally healing up on this rock. Gets the full heal. And finally gets seen and gets knocked down in the end there by Cutie Pie. Now we're in Rivalacco in the background there. It actually looks like Rossi 95 moving up and around with that Vector. Will be able to get himself off a Vector now. Gets a kill with it. Oh, actually no, tries to get the knockdown on it. Snav Suri, the last player left alive. Suddenly this team went from quite happy-go-lucky to nothing left as they get fully wiped by Rossi 95 and his team. So they will be able to get some loot. It looks like they needed some loot as well. Quite a few players in that team were low on decent quality loot. We see Hef the Elf, Trevor, Ibrahimovic, and Jockeys just on the edge of the ring. They are going to have to run or drive, and they've got quite a long way to go at this point. Son of Dracula did actually get off military, so his team remain in the game for now. Jay and Terry and Rockwell are getting out of the red there. Oh, we see Juhojo getting knocked down inside the red zone. Did he get knocked down by the red itself? Oh, he was knocked down by the red itself. He did not respect the God of Red, and the God of Red punished him. He smoted him good. And his major problem he's got now, he needs to get res, and he's got 2 minutes to run halfway across the map to make the ring. Jay and Terry are players from the military. All need to heal, which they're going to do now. Actually, are they going to take a position on top of this hill? Do they know where these players are? He is actually looking. I think he knows. I think they actually must have spotted them as they came up, because he's moving straight towards Kukuli, type X DII and team. Actually going to crest this hill in a minute and see them. Ooh, does he see them? He should. They might have been just behind a tree as he moved it, but he will see them now. They're out in the open. He will definitely see them now. Goes straight away for his mini with that 4X. Type X DII jumps straight behind the tree. Tuojo, his partner, is in quite far distance. Kukuli is quite far away as well, trying to peek that tree. Jay and Terry takes a bit of time on the shot, misses the first 3 shots. Now they know there's something going on. Looks like I0 and One by Names team got wiped in the interim. Let's push out of this as well. Rockwiller taking a bit of damage there. Actually, looks like Rockwiller and Jay and Terry are all that's left from this now. Looks like the TS Snaggy went down to Kukuli. Kukuli got the kill there. Oh no. These players did so well at military. Are they going to throw it away now? Kukuli with some nice shots there, taking out one of the 3 remaining players. And Jay and Terry now and Rockwiller are asking themselves, did we take the wrong fight here? Oh, but no. I'll shut up. Kukuli gets knocked down. He's on quite a far tree. There's no real easy way to get Kukuli. But what we see is the other players from Type X DI's team and Kukuli's team moving up and around. We see a nice flank coming in here. And Rockwell is going to go down this probably. Will the tree cover save him? It does. And the hill as well. So Pentorian can't get the kill there. So Ojo going flanking right round as well. Jay and Terry and Rockwell are trying to fight the fight on too many fronts here. They know they've got 4 players. It looks like they might actually get the res on Kukuli by the looks of it. It looks like Type X DII is moving out for Kukuli. There's 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 till the ring moves in. Are Rockwiller and Jay and Terry going to move out of this? We see Ojo moving into that valley area. He's got the cover. He's just about got cover because of the hill in front of Jay and Terry. He's got the cover. Jay and Terry are going to go for the car by the looks of it. Looks like they're just going to jump in their respective cars and they're going to get the hell out of there. They did lose Snaggy for their troubles there. And it looks like Type X has got Kukuli back up. So those guys are going to be restored to full. But the big problem they've got is the ring is right on top of them now and they have to move. But I think we're at like stage 3 ring right now. So let's get onto the Falls and Esports team. They are still going. They did get a squad wipe. During the interim period, they did get a squad wipe on I0's team, so I think they tried to drive into this area and got wiped out. Oh, lucky enough. Looks like we found a car. Oh. Got a UAS, so it looks like all these players will in fact make this in the end. So Jay and Terry and his teammate will make it, but all those other players will as well. So they're coming up just behind them. If we look just to our left there, we have some stragglers at Gatka still looting up at Gatka, some stragglers there. Let's have a quick look, go back into the map, see where we are. So Sagradati and team looks like they're all intact and they have a compound right bang in the middle of the ring. We see some players trying to take the chance on the coast. Just got some cars, probably going to drive along this coast to get to these buildings here. A lot of squads are going to start to take up building positions now, I would say. They're going to start to take over buildings and hope that they're going to land in those buildings. Kachnak with a car. Sorry, a car with a boat. He's not driving a car in the water, is he? Jan Terry and his teammate gonna have to move in again. They only just moved to the edge of the ring. I think they moved just to heal themselves up. Oh, Rockwiller, let's get into this because I think he's pointing this direction that this car's coming from, but I'm not sure he's actually got any vision. They are going to come crest the hill right now. Let's get into Rockwiller's vision. What's he? Oh, is he in the wrong position? He can hear that car stopping right at the top of this hill. Oh, can he get revenge for Snaggy, the teammate? I'm not sure. They've all spread straight away. Kakudi moving right round. Rockwiller just waiting for an arm, a leg, a head, something that resembles a human being to pop over the top of this ridge. But he doesn't realise, as he wouldn't, the Kakudi is already flanking around. They disembarked and the Kakudi immediately went for the flank. Is going to pop his head over this ridge in a second and probably make Rockwiller and Snaggy's team's day even worse. J.N. Terry's moving up there with the Scar. He's quite far away, actually. I'm not sure Rockwiller and J.N. Terry are trying to do here. It looks like J.N. Terry's going for like a very clever flank, but it's a 4v2. Super difficult to pull off a 4v2. I have seen it very few times. Oh, Rockwiller instantly goes down though. J.N. Terry then gets on his belly. He knows his players are in front of him. They were going to go for some sort of flank. Excuse me. The grenade comes in. Doesn't really do any damage though. Rockwiller going to go down. Kakuli and team swarming his position. J.N. Terry just sliding backwards, so it looks like the plan has gone out the window entirely here. These players just securing that kill. Tuojo having a look around, just checking this building out, seeing if there's anybody else in there, shutting the doors. Timmy's gets the knockdown in the background there. Timmy's have a take a there you go. Oh, Timmy's and team Finstack, some serious damage on the bridge there, and we see two players get KO'd instantly. Who's left from this team to even res it back up? Maestro's left. Is Maestro a bit of a Maestro though? This is the question. He's trying to get the res on Nyman, but as he gets the res on Nyman, we're going to see Papino, Timmy's and team move out. So one of their players has gone down. Nyman's on no health, needs the res. Maestro trying to put some damage out. Isn't really getting any hits though. We see Zalulu moving up. Look at the aggression there. Raw naked aggression coming out with a grenade. The grenade comes over the top. It's an okay grenade. It bounced off the top. Zalulu is right in the middle of nowhere. Gets Nyman down straight away. Maestro tries to peek. It's going to go down, I think, to Finstack. Zalulu with the aggression. Raw, naked aggression from Finstack to secure that squad wipe. Pushing out onto the bridge, securing the kills. No messing around. Super, super aggressive. And while we were looking at that, J.N. Terry tried to move up and past this team and got taken out. So J.N. Terry and Snaggy's team did so well at the start of the game, have been wiped out now. Okay, so if we come back into the map mode, excuse me while I bounce around the map, guys. I'm trying to find you. I'm trying to find your next bit of action. We see a couple of teams moving up towards the down plane. Rivalacco and Rossi go down instantly. Wow. That's a shooting gallery right there. That is a brilliant, brilliant move from Nookie and his team. Nookie, last game, most of his team went down, but Nookie kept his team up, and I think he got them into the top 5 even, Nookie. In fact, he did. He got them top 3, I think, for his team. Pretty much by himself after they went down earlier on in the game. So Rossi, 95, and team have got real issues now. Rossi, 95, knocked down. They really lost one player in this exchange. Has got himself back up. Used a med kit straight away. We see Mygoth and team. Wow, look at how far away their player that died was. He was really... they just popped up over that ridge and got them down. That's some sort of epic movie action there. I'm sad I missed that now. Worked out well for them though, because they've knocked one player out of that team. Lots of smokes coming out from Rossi's team. Look at this. Look at these cars and bikes they have parked here as well. It's like a parking lot. Okay, so now Rossi and Cutie Pie moving around. Havoki putting some shots out. Nawe gets knocked out from behind. Nawe gets killed from behind. So Kaja and team, I think from this hill over here, are actually doing some damage as well. So the day's getting worse for Rossi and his team. It's not getting any better. They've lost one player coming over that ridge. They've lost another player now. Rossi 95's got a broken helmet and is getting knocked down by Alexis on fire. Again, the team gets another kill. So Havoki and team get another kill. Now we just need to not noise Cutie Pie. What can he do? What can he do? He's now by himself. So a few minutes ago, his team were alive. He was having the day of his life. They were out in a car, just having fun, driving around, and now everyone's dead. Oh, and saying that, though, Willie gets saved by the fight going on behind us. So Nuki's team takes a bit of damage from behind. We can see Mygoth going down instantly. We see Igo Star, EKNX out in the open there. Not really sure where the damage is coming from. Just taking damage from everywhere. Seriously low health. Gets knocked down. So we've lost one player from this team. Mygoth and Havoki are down. We've got Nuki. I think Nuki's actually by himself. Yeah, Nuki's actually by himself again. Suddenly, they went from that brilliant position to all of his team being knocked out. So Mygoth and Havoki are knocked out. They've lost one player. Igo, Star, and Enzo are the only people left from the team that pushed up behind him. What can Nuki do? Well, he's gone for the smoke. He's going to try and get the sneaky reses off here. Or is he? No. No, Nuki's not. He's not getting the sneaky reses off. He's smoked and gone. Nuki knows he can do it by himself. He got second place by himself last game. Why can't he do the same this game? He's smoked and gone. Smoked and left. Wow. I can tell you who's not getting a Christmas card this year, and it could well be Nuki. Okay, so Sagradati and his team are the next complication for Nuki because they are all looking this way, and Nuki's got to come across the hill. Immediately one car shot comes out onto Nuki. But he goes down the other side. So Ego Star in the background takes out the last of Nuki's team. Cutie Pie, the other team that got decimated, by himself over there as well. So now we see Pentorum and Gaxi, MBS LOL, and Energy Creator taking some serious damage here. We're trying to trade. Energy Creator goes down. Pentorian is down. Tuojo has been knocked really low, but I'm not sure it's even by this team. I think it could be another team getting involved. We're at that stage of the game, guys, where we've got 45 players left alive, and we have a tiny ring. You couldn't even rent that ring out in London. It's so small. But MBS LOL still going for it. Gets a knockdown. Oh, but the other player really low in that tree. He has to hug that tree so hard right now. Oh, and actually gets knocked out. Gaxi moved up the hill and got the flank. So Tuojo and Kakuli, all that remain, they've been doing seriously well in this game. And now the final play was to go for the car, and the car gets blown up as well. So Forza and Esports picking up that huge 6 kills for Gaxi. Somehow Gaxi picks up the 6 kills all to himself. He has got that way. Igo Star moving in. Not Cutie Pie coming up. It looks like that last player actually got taken out by Sagudatian team. Star trying to drive. Oh, actually, no, Star isn't by himself. He's got one of his teammates with him still, so they only lost 2 players in that exchange. Has taken the car. Jockis with the knockdown. Oh, we see lots of players getting knocked down inside this building. We've got 3 knockdowns. Let's get into Hefty Elf's view. What can he see? We've got 3 knockdowns in this building. How many more knockdowns can we get in the building? ZZ Doms downstairs. Hefty Elf is still up. Looks like Jockis has moved round to Trevor to get the res. We've got 3 players knocked down downstairs as well. I am not entirely sure. I think Kaja is the last person for that team. What can he do? Can he start getting some reses? He is trying to res. He's resing OOKKOO. And while this is happening, we've got Cutie Pie moving up. He's moving in, the solo player moving in to complicate things even further. He's going to walk in, pick up 1 kill. He knows something's up at this point. He's moving into the stairs now. Moving around. Is he going to get another kill for his team? It looks like he is. Actually, no, he just makes it more complicated though. He does go down in the end, but Kaja moves out. He's actually going to get Z-Side Doms. ZYZZ Doms. Guys, names, come on. He is actually going to res him. Hefty Elf getting rezzed upstairs as well. So Trevor, Jockeys, and Hefty Elf will all be up upstairs. So we lost 1 player from each squad, but all the other 3 players have actually been rezzed. OOKKOO with the grenade throw. Jockeys moves back. Looks like he's going for the stun grenade throw. Stun grenade lands, but not a good stun grenade. Jockeys there with another grenade. We are in a phase of the game where we want to get rid of all of our grenades, apparently, so that's what Jockeys is manfully doing. I see Gaxi very low in the background there. MBS Law just got taken out by Aquarius as well. I think Gaxi could be the last player left alive for his team. He is, and he's taking a lot of damage from Aquarius in the top here. So actually, Jock is doing the sensible thing there. It drops down. Kaja heard him though. Kaja looked out the window the second he dropped down. So he heard that. Oh, there could be a double here for Jock if he's good. If he's good and his aim is true, there could be a double. Oh, okay. Oh, is there. What's Jockey's going to do? Is he going to push this building? Oh, he wants it. He wants more. His partner, F the Elf, gets a kill. And then OOKO moves outside and then gets both players down. And Trevor as well. I don't even know what this is madness. This is crazy. I think F the Elf is the last player that's alive now. Moves outside, gets Kaja down. OOKO is alive. Jock is still alive, his partner. What does he do? Does he try and finish him off or does he go for the res? He's going for the res right now. Sorry. Right. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So Hef the Elf getting the res off on Jockeys. We'll get him back up. It doesn't look like Kaja's going to be res by OOKO. The complication is the ring is coming in. Hef the Elf is going to run direct across OOKO. He jumps out. He kills him and he finishes the team. So OOKO finishes that team off. But for the thanks he gets for that, he gets a load of damage on his position. He is now by himself. 25 players left alive. Jarkos and Sagradati get the kills. So all that back and forth and he gets murdered out in the open. And what's happening here is Igo Star and his partner are going to move up on top of this hill. On top of Jarkos, Aquarius and Sagradati's team. Enzo starting to go. He's got that blurry vision from being outside the ring. Sagradati struck below. Igo Star gets some shots. Oh no, this entire squad crests the hill. And looks like Sagradati's team is down to one player. Suddenly, it's just Aquarius alive. And Aquarius is sitting there going, how did this happen? But because they come over the hill, they've all got wiped themselves. Aquarius somehow still alive. He's going to get Jarkos back up again. T-Town, Alabama in the very distance here. This has been wall to wall. Wall to wall death, guys. We see Walter Black and Frenchie, a different team to T-Town, Alabama. They haven't seen him. Walter Black has been knocked though. Frenchie by himself over there. We see Catch Knack in the background. We see Zalulu. We see our Finstack players are still going. Frenchie doing some damage there. He's in a tough spot. Frenchie's got players all around him. He has chucked a lot of smokes out. He's got the grenade. He's ducking down. Gets on his belly. He's going again. He's all about the ring. Frenchie's is all about the ring. He's going for it. He's really going for it, but he takes a lot of damage. Remember, there are 4 players left alive. Tez kills Kachnak. So we've got Tez and Zalulu up on this hill. We have a mini for Zalulu. We've got Aquarius and Jarkos. Takes some shots, though. Zalulu does. Nice, big, chunky KAR shot. A little bit of a how's your father there. Aquarius, he knows he needs to move down. Zalulu and Tez they need to move. Tez crests the hill. He's out into the open now. This is a terrible position to be in for Tez. We see Frenchie still alive somehow. He managed to get himself up, but he's going to go down, I think. I think this could be... Oh, no. No, Frenchie returns some damage, some fire there, but doesn't quite do enough. Might have done enough, though, because it looks like these players are actually going to struggle with the ring now. I'm not sure. T-Town Alabama coming in with no health left. Jarkos gets knocked down. Tez and Zalulu. I think Finstack could take this game. I think this is poised for Finstack, because all of T-Town Alabama's team is going to go down now. Tez and Zalulu might come out on top in this game. T-Town Alabama, almost dead. Aquarius doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's been trying to work out for the last 5 minutes what exactly has transpired the last 5 minutes of this game. Loco Caesar goes down. The old guy's going to go down. T-Town Alabama just lost an entire team. They had 4 players up, and they all went down to the ring because they hung around on the edge for far too long. Zalulu and Tez now, we're going to stick with their vision. We see Aquarius. He's got that car, got that scar. T-Town Alabama has got his team into a top 3 position by a minimum. But with 4 players left, 30 seconds ago, you would think they would have possibly done a little bit better than that, really. I didn't think Finstack had any real chance. Aquarius with the kill. Zalulu with the grenade then. Aquarius has got his team into 2nd place, so Sagradati, Jarkos, Aquarius in 2nd place as it stands right now. Well, we could still be in 1st place. We don't know, but we have got Zalulu and Tez. They're hugging the same rock. Both players have got armor. Aquarius, let's have a look. He does have armor himself. He's got the TS3 backpack. Getting some loot, you know. Some last zone loot. There's always time to loot, boys and girls. There's always time to loot. Calms down a second. Tez and Zalulu. No one has the real ring position, but I think Tez and Zalulu have the slight advantage if you look in the map. Aquarius with the smoke grenade. Nice little underarm throw there. Gets in the car. Oh, interesting choice, and goes down, but does get... Oh, 3 of them. Only 3 of them got into the game and they got to 2nd place. So we have Finstat picking up game 2. Aqueous and Sagadati and Jarkos coming in second. T-Town Alabama and team coming in third. Frenchie and his team in fourth. Kachnak and his team in fifth. XYZZ and team RS15 in sixth position. So our winners of game 1 have ended up in sixth in the second game. And as we just scan down now, we can see an almost entirely different top 5 and certainly top 10 to the last game. We see the Forza Esports guys coming just in 12th there. iZero coming up slightly above them. Jockis, Hefty Elf did so much in that game, but only ended up with 2 kills in 10th position. So we're going to take oh, I've just zoomed in. So we're going to take another 5-minute break, guys, and then we'll bring you game 3. The scoring will obviously be done as well, so we'll get a better idea of who stands where. My gut feeling is probably we could be looking at potentially a Finstack repeat this week. They got good position in the first game, and they've won the second game, so it could all be coming down to Finstack again. If they can do well into game 3, then Finstack could again, and they would then be back-to-back winners. Good job by Zalulu and Tez there to take that game. I really wasn't sure they could do it, but they pulled it out the bag there. So we'll be back, guys, in 5 to 7 minutes. So go take a break, get a drink, and we'll see you in 5 to 7 minutes. Bergman in the distance. It looks like Bergman's going to lose 2 players to this. No, actually, Bergman is his partner, so ignore me. Letris is going to go down as well. Letris goes down. Not sure where their other players were from that squad. I think the other player is INPG, unless I'm wrong. I'm not entirely sure where he is. He's miles away, but those players got killed. I think they came to the shooting range a little bit late. And when you get here late, everyone else has already got all the gear, so it's never going to go that well for you, to be honest with you. Get back into the map and have a look. Interesting place for the ring to finish. This is the most players have ever visited. No. This is the most players have ever come northeast in the game. Sorry, northwest in the game. Lifetime gets a knockdown. Avgen's going to go down. Second knockdown, so going to bleed out really quickly. Zorkin moving away. Bespoke Theo putting some shots up onto the... actually, not putting shots up onto anywhere. So it looks like Lifetime just finished off Zeth there. So that team has taken, I think, casualties for sort of half of it. They're saying that all that's left is Bespoke Theo and Lifetime. So they've got 2 players left now. Moving up on Bespoke Theo. His only salvation is if the team up on the ridge with Battle Strong in them can sort of take some of the attention away, but I don't think they can. Bespoke Theo moving around by himself, takes some more damage, takes even more damage, and goes down. Tekapota with the VSS. But in the end, they ended up getting pinched multiple times and losing the entire squad to the other squad here. They just walked through, slowly clearing out Zaki. So while that's been happening, let's have a quick look at what's happening. Trickster getting that kill. Eeyore in the building. Fight. He doesn't want to survive to the end. He's going to take out as much as he can. Not entirely sure that he must realise there's multiple players up. Yeah, he moves around. Does he move around quick enough? He does. But MSSH just annihilates him with the shotgun. Pretty much one-tapped walking around that. So while they have lost a player, they've traded that up for another team. But they're in the red zone. And they're rezzing in the red zone and they're outside the building. Desperately running inside now. What should do? MSSH is trying to loot. He says, I don't care about the red zone. I'm going to loot anyway. In a prone position. Titanium Carbide at the bottom knocked out. So actually going for some reses. Promoria gets rezzed. I'm not sure where their 4th is. Oh! Bush gets knocked out looking over. He got caught looking over and is going to go down for it as well. So now you just have Promoria and Wolsey left. Lost 2 of their team already. Zyrov knocked out in the distance as well. Wolsey looking over with that KAR. Trying to get an angle. Or is he? Or is he just going to go straight for the radio tower? He could be going straight for the radio tower and just not bothering. Oh, Promoria does pick up the kill there at the bottom. Just not bothering. Oh, Promoria does pick up the kill there at the bottom. Nice kill from Promoria. Titanium Carbide in front then. He's still low. Oh, another kill, another knockdown from Promoria. Oh, and he gets a squad wipe. Oof. Caught them all on the hill, so Prone Warrior and his teammate are by themselves now. They're running a duos, but gets an entire squad wipe, so they will be getting loot. They will be getting loot. And they will be staying in the game. Scally. Bit of a long-range trade to the winners here. Oh, Verma walks up behind Kimbus. Verma, the solo player. Verma with the 2 kills walks up behind that team, gets the knockdown on Kimbus. Kimbus is going to be rezzed then by Scally. They're aware that Verma's there. Verma repositioning himself. I love this play. This is really nice. Immediately repositioned. But no, he's not seen Scally. And What Even, they're right in front of him. He sees him now. Shade gets Scally down, but gets killed by What Even. What Even has 2 rezzes to do. He's now got pinched by the team behind. The team that Verma were playing with Darth Maul in that building. What can What Even do? He can't do anything. Building, those rings coming in. Crazy Cage Man, Rory and Saint and Brooksy have got position. Oh, they're outside. They're outside. Don't get any kills. Oh, actually, no. Alex is going to go down. One player goes down. One player gets KO'd. The second player is KO'd inside the building. Crazy Cage Man moves around the building. There's one player left for this team. I don't even know where they are. They're stuck in amongst all the knocked out players. He's totally pinched. And the grenades come in. So many grenades come in from behind. From Hefe. Hefe then gets instantly chunked by Crazy Cage Man. Crazy Cage Man gets knocked out himself in return. Everyone's getting knocked out. Crazy Cage Man knockdown is moving for the ring himself now. He's quite low health, but is moving now. He's got the tier 3 helmet, tier 3 backpack on. 4x on the M4. Me and Saint knocked out. That's all he needs. He's just going for it. Brooksy and Rory are having all sorts of problems. Oh no, but Concrete then gets out into the open and gets killed by Rory. Rory gets one back for his team, but however, most of his team's going down and Rory's out in the open and the people in the hospital are chunking him, and it's not going to last very long. Kojo and Brucifer and team have a great position. Mr. Bong including that, they have a great position at this point. So many players are going to have to die coming up to them. We have the ring. Skinny Pessy going down. Wacko moving right into the ring now. Skinny Pessy goes down, but in the same time then Melkbus and Vroxy get 3 knockdowns. Wow. Actually, no, it isn't them. It's from the hospital again. It's actually 2 lots of players, 2 lots of squads. The players in the hospital and the players on the ridge there just destroyed this team. They all were on the same tree. They all got knocked out almost at the same time. Wacko's all that's left. He's just letting Tyrone die. He's like, bro, I can't. He ducks, he dives, he dips, he dodges again, he ducks again, and he gets behind the tree with the smallest margin of life ever. Mr. Bong sees him, misses the shot. Kimbus goes for the car, doesn't quite get the shot though, returns some fire into Mr. Bong, oh, and then goes down, but it was a valiant effort by Kimbus. Zazo then gets himself onto 4 kills, Kojo on 4 kills, Mr. Bong on 3 kills, Brucifer on 2 kills. The kills, oh, I don't know why that did that, sorry guys. Mr. Bong gets another kill. The roving player gets another kill. Got that, folks. We're calming a little now. Oh, position has been taken away from Brucifer and team. Position has been taken away. Actually, MSSH's team and Melkbus have the position, but it goes down anyway. Mr. Bong with the flank, coming all the way round like a ninja. He practices the art of ninjutsu when he isn't playing PUBG. MSSH goes down. Mr. Bong, wow. Serious plays there. While he's doing that, Brucifer not messing around. Brucifer flanking from the other side. They're going to get pinched. Brucifer's team, Zazo, Kojo, Mr. Bong have been really... Come in. Roxy takes some more damage, and Roxy's team gets wiped. It's a 4v1. It's a 4v1 now. INPG in the school. INPG goes down. And what a performance from Mr. Bong and their team. What a second game, guys. They held the school, they held the hospital, sorry. The hospital got taken away from them. Mr. Bong went out, flanked the team, took a player out. Brucifer flanked the other way, killed the team off, and they took the hill, and it was just it was a 4v1 at that point. Shout out to INPG for getting his team into second place, despite being the only player left alive for large periods of that game. takes some damage. He gets Schaefer down. He's knocked out himself. Absolutely torn to shreds. Can they get in the ring? Product pulls Voxic out the shit. He's pushing back round. He's going to catch him out in the open and he's going to go down.
Playerunknown's Battlegrounds tournaments. Join us every Saturday. Proudly presented by XPULZ.
And I am, well, we are back for Game 3. Welcome everybody. I hope you enjoyed Game 2. I hope you enjoyed Game 1. The scores have been posted for Game 1, but they just confirm what we already know in that as of Game 1, RS17 were in first position. Sweaty Nerds, which is Trevor and Joker's Hefty Else team, were in second. Getting 18 kills in that game, mind. I can't say this. Stat Kurta in third. Havuki, Nuki, Margoth, and Alexis on fire. Finstack then were in fourth, and then Forza Esports in fifth. That was Game 1 results. Obviously, Game 2, Finstack then have picked up the win. I think RS17, Sweaty Nerds, etc. have all actually finished outside the top 5, which will probably put, going into our final game, Finstack quite close to the top of the pile. They will obviously need to perform in this game. Any of those top 5 teams from Game 1 could indeed take this with a second win. So I'm going to click the start button. We're going to get right into this. Obviously, this is our last game in our best of 3 series. So this is the last game. The results will be posted on the website, on Twitter, in the Discord as well. Whoever wins will be given the prestigious role for the week of squad champions in the XPULZ Discord. So Sammy will be organising that, and our winners will end up with that wonderful role. Obviously, try not to get too excited about such a role. It's a prestigious thing. You know, you try not to sign too many autographs while you're there. Your hand might get tired from all the autographs you will be signing from being this week's squad champions. But no, it's been a great game so far. Going into Game 3 now, the final game, and we will decide who comes out on top here. Who do you think it's going to be? Hard to call. Will RS17 get themselves together and make a play at it this game? A Finstack just going to keep on motoring along like they did last week was the same. They didn't quite finish at the top in Game 1, but they back-to-back Game 2 and Game 3. Can Finstack do the same? Can they win another game, which would mean of all of the squad games they've taken part of, they will have won well, not everyone, but they will have won 4 out of 6 of the games they've taken part in. Then also we had the Forza Esports guys. They're going to want to have a say in that. We're going to have Skinny Pessi and his team, Jarkos and his team, picking up a very well-deserved second place in the last game. Everyone's here. Everybody wants to go for that win. We're going to see players spreading out around the map, getting all the loot they possibly can. Then we're probably going to get into that 5-minute madness section where I drive myself crazy trying to follow whatever fights I can while everyone murders each other in the space of 3 to 5 minutes. Still, it's fun though. That's what you want to see. Biggest takeaway from all of this is that the mini is here and is very much going to be a feature in this game going forward, which is interesting because, you know, a lot of the times Bluehole have put items in the game and guns in the game, but they've just sort of created them away, so it makes it a bit more random. You know, they put the MK11 in the game, but you know it's part of the drop, and you don't see it that much, to be quite frankly. You know, you can go a lot of games without ever seeing an MK11, and you know, by putting, you know, weapons into that drop, it does sort of shelve them away slightly. But you know, the mini has come straight into the game and has had a real impact. And it is something that there's a lot of them, so it's not like they're rare like the VSS were put in the game, but it was rare. The mini has come in and is sort of everywhere. People can have a mini and they can have a 4x, and a lot of these teams are running with minis and 4x's. And we saw last game the power. We saw people 2-tapping players with the mini from distance with 8x's on them. So it's a real game changer at the moment for PUBG, and I'm wondering if it's going to stay like that, if they're going to adjust the gun depending on the frequency and volume of its usage, because it is everywhere. Every squad has at least 1 or 2 players with a mini, all of them with 4 and 8x's. So we'll have to see. I mean, that's an interesting piece to think about as we go into this sort of final game is, you know, I haven't seen that from a gun. I haven't seen Bluehole put a gun into a game and suddenly it's the go-to gun for almost everyone in the game. People are just picking up the gun, seeking it out. What I am seeing, though, is I'm seeing a lot of players going to Georgiopol. I'm seeing at least 3 squads going to Georgiopol. I'm seeing one singular squad going to military. No one contesting military this game. Military has been a bit of a death pit for players and teams, so everybody deciding to just leave military the hell alone. We see one squad going to Savigny. We see an early parachuting squad moving up towards what, Stabler? I mean, good luck. One squad to going to Polyana. We see Jarkos, Sagodati, Aqueous, our top 3 team from last game going to Rozok. We see Skinny Pesty and team moving to the school. But there's a lot of stuff happening at Georgiopol. Georgiopol seems to be our hot ticket right now. There's a lot of players coming down. We see Gaxi, Snaggy, Rottweiler, Jay and Terry, Energy Creator. We see 2 or 3 entire squads landing. And as I get there, immediately we get into the action. Gaxi takes a bit of chunky damage from Jay and Terry. Jay and Terry immediately picked up that M16. He doesn't want to let Gaxi get away there, so he's following up straight away, keeping up the pressure. Energy Creator actually knocked out Jarhis, so we've lost a player for Snaggy and Jay and Terry's team. Gaxi still quite low in the distance there. Gaxi and Energy Creator seem to be the only players from this team in this position right now. Easy YS and MBS Lol are very far away. Jay and Terry moving up, trying to get an angle. Looks like their teammate will get rezzed, just about get rezzed. Oh no, he won't get rezzed because he gets the long range kill, but at the same time Gaxi gets knocked down, so immediately Forzen have put themselves up against it. It's just been this way for Forzen for a while now. These guys were so consistent in everything they did previously, but it's just not been going their way for a couple of weeks. We see Easy YS and MBS Lol. They have an entire squad between them and their teammates, Gaxi. Oh, we just saw Zalulu get a kill in the background. We see Kikuli getting a kill as well at the same time. There's all sorts of death going down here. Let's have a quick look. Let's get into it. Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie. Yeah. You can have a name. Cutie Pie is a pretty good one. Gets himself some decent loot. Starting to work on this team. It looks like he's won at the moment V4. His teammate Nawe1 moving up in the flanking maneuver. Rival Akko's too far away to really even engage in this fight. But Nawe is gainfully trying to get involved over here. Trying to run over this bridge. If he gets over the top, we could be in for some serious pain here on Type X DII's team. Now he's actually going to get over this hill. Does he know the right time to pull the flank in? He is coming up over the top. He is going to get this flank off. Cutie Pie keeping them busy at the front there. It has taken a while for him to get into position, but he is there now. Got that 4x, gets an instant knockdown. Kikuli is low. Oh, this could be big. Kikuli and team have been doing some serious damage to everyone in these series of games. Type X moving up. 2 of his team knocked down. 2 of his team very low. Type X trying to get involved in this game. Oh. I just realized, guys, Spectator might be lagging again. This is this weird thing that happened last week. I might have to reconnect to fix it. Let's see what happens. Cutie Pie moving up with his no helmet UMP play and trying to go for the shots. And actually, yeah, we have got that weird... it's either the game or Spectator, but I'm not sure if it is me or the game, to be honest with you. Looking at the way the fights are going down, the lobby could actually be lagging in general, because I think the lobby is lagging rather than me, because these guys are taking a long time to get kills here. It was okay to begin with, but something is seriously lagging in this lobby right now. Let's see if it recovers, shall we? There was some really strange... There has been some really strange warpy lag there. Nope, it's still there. As I was just having a look at, as this happens, we see more players going down for this team. Looks like just getting executed with the shotgun. Kikuli and his partner, the last 2 players remaining for this team, are hiding out in this shack. Rival Akko moving up on the shack right now. Rival Akko is he gonna push the shack? Is he gonna try? Tuojo trying to have a look through that window, seeing what he can see. Doesn't really see much. 2 players in the shack is not a great situation. 1 single grenade in there and it's curtains for both of them. Rival Akko just jumps past. Doesn't take any damage. Bear with me, sorry guys. PewDiePie trying to jump with the shotgun and get the knockout there. Actually takes a load of damage for the troubles though. Rivalako gets a knockdown. Kakuli is the last player left up for this team. Looks like the lag might have resolved itself there. PewDiePie takes a bit of damage in that door. Rivalako moves up. But they did lose a player for it, so they got the squad wipe, but they actually lost their player. So PewDiePie, the player who initiated all that damage, and that entire section of fight there goes down, leaving them with just 2 players left for the team. But they did pick up the squad wipe at the same time. I am not sure, like I said, whether that was spectator lagging or whether that was the game itself, but it seems to have resolved itself. Let's go back over to GeorgiaPol, because we've still got this massive back and forth fight happening at GeorgiaPol. We've got EasyYS by himself on top of this building. We see Junze and Kakmir at the bottom of the building. We see Muster out in the open, the EasyYS moving around, having a look, seeing what he can see, if he can see any potential for a quick knockdown there. Is he going to jump off the building? No, I don't think he is. It'd be kind of a bad idea given the number of players around him right now. EasyYS has lost half his team, so MBS Law and EasyYS, the players that landed over at the flats, are still going. MBS Law on the other building, but it looks like they've lost Gaxi and Energy Creator to Snaggy and Jay and Terry's team. So they've got hold of GeorgiaPol now, or they've got hold of GeorgiaPol sort of shipping yards. Oh, Jay and Terry comes over the top of that hill. I tried to click on him, but it didn't let me. So there we go. But this time it will. So we get into the vision. Jay and Terry get some shots onto Muster. Muster gets very low. Kakmir not in a great position either. EasyYS and MBS Law have kept these guys so focused, but Muster is super low. He needs some serious help. He's going to get res. He's not going to be allowed to be res by Jay and Terry, finishing him off with 2 taps there from the M16. Jay and Terry came over and just ruined Muster's team's day there. They had EasyYS and MBS Law in a good position for them, and they just ruined their day. We see more Jay and Terry's team turning up. Rock, Willer, Snaggy. Again, these guys going pretty hard at it this game. They were pretty hard at it last game as well, and did really well, but didn't quite pick up the win. Junze moving around, trying to find an angle. Rockwiller just on top of that hill. Jay and Terry gets a few shots. Rockwiller takes a few shots. Rockwiller gets knocked out. Junze getting some good damage there. Got no helmet though. Got to be particularly careful. MBS Lol turns up and ruins his day there. Just gets him down and knocks him out and gets him down straight away. Suddenly Kakmir went from having 4 players up in a great position to just being by himself in that house with his partner Massa. I don't even know where Massa is. He's quite far away, that's for sure though. He's not in a position where he can do anything to help Kakmir. Kakmir is by himself. He's got MBS Law and MBS Law behind him with EasyYS. He has Jay and Terry and Rock Willer at the top of this hill. Rock Willer just moving away for them now though. Snaggy, the third member of that team, is quite far away. Got himself a KAR. Quite happy just to chill out at the back of that. Kakmir out in the open. Oh no, he's out in the open. Jay and Terry's at the top of that hill. Doesn't see him though. Just fell down the side as Kakmir moved around. EasyYS, MBS Law in the background. And it looks like potentially Kakmir, the last player in this from this team over here, is going to get away. Hopefully he'll find Massa, his teammate, and meet up with him, be able to do something. As it stands though, MBS Law and EasyYS are looting up. Jay and Terry seems very, very committed to this push. Looks like he wants the loot from the player he downed earlier. When he killed Muster, he wants Muster's loot, so he's actually going for the box. But in doing that, he's going to put himself into a position because he's got MBS Law and EasyYS in front of him. Both players. Oh, Massa. We do find Massa. It's like, where's Wally? Where's Massa? Massa popped up to knock out Norway. So Massa very far away from Kakmir. There must have been some sort of plain miscommunication. These players could not be any further away from each other than they are. Massa jumps in the car to get the knockdown, moves the other way. Clever play. Knows he's got the knockdown, getting himself out there. More focused in on the ring, getting himself secure in the middle of that ring. We see a squad at Novo. Jockeys, Half the Elf, Ibrahimovic at Novo. Walter Black and his team all moving up now towards Novo. They've had the entirety of military to loot, so we're going to be interested to see what's happening there. We see Finstack moving all in separate cars to the ring. One by name I0's team, and they've had Pachinki to loot to themselves. There's still much drama happening at GeorgiaPol, but all those players have to move now. OOKOO and ZYZZ Doms moving down towards Rozhok. When they get towards Rozhok, they're going to find the Sagardatian team, who are all just to the east of Rozhok. Edward by himself, I think. Yes, he is. Jay and Terry. More damage. We see in the very far distance. Kakmir getting knocked out. Kakmir has no chance of a res by Massa, but JN Terry's in a world of hurt as well, and he might not get a res either. Easy YS and MBS LOL doing some damage. Rockwiller and Sagradati trying to help, but I don't think they can. JN Terry's got very limited options here. Rockwiller and Snaggy are very far away. That's going to bleed out quite quickly from there. I'm not sure those players can make it. But Kakmir at the same time will bleed out. Massa, his partner, we saw him was at the other side of the map. There is no res coming for Kakmir. He's going to die. There is no need for Snaggy to actually secure that kill. There is none. What Snaggy needs to do is he needs to get to his teammate and get his teammate resed. That's what Snaggy needs to do. Not secure that kill. Slash steal that kill. JN Terry is going to go down. I don't think there's a res coming from here. I don't know that he can make this. It's so far. The fact that he stopped to get that kill means that he pretty much secured JN Terry's fate, I believe. I think so. I think he's going to bleed out. We've got ring damage as well as bleed out damage on top. In the background, we see a full energy bar MBS LOL. A pretty high energy bar. Oh, I could have been wrong. JN Terry might be rezzed. Snaggy does get the res off, so ignore me on that one. He does get the res. Did have enough time to finish that guy off and get the res. You see Rockwiller in front of him, quite low health. Easy YS, our last two players in Forzen, and MBS on the background are full energy drinks at this point. JN Terry gets the res. First thing he has to do is get himself healed up. But we're going to have a look, and we see Son of Dracula immediately taking some damage from Jarkos and team. Sagradati knocked out upstairs by Eduard. Eduard? I'm going to say Eduard. We see Skinny Pessy and Son of Dracula in this, and Son of Dracula with that KAR. Eduard in the building with the Scar. We see a mini on Sagradati. We see an M4 on Aqueous. Aqueous. Ooh, window breaks is at the wrong side. Not really sure where that grenade's going. Just chucks one out the building. Okay, let's not talk about that grenade again. Ever again. Ever again. Sagradati at the top of this building. ZZ Dom's knocked out by XLS King. Let's have a look at... Sorry, LS King. Oh, he's actually doing some damage to the players in this building as well. Oh no, that's Son of Dracula, not like this. Kaja knocks him out. Tez knocks out 3 players there, so we see Finstack picking up some kills now. Sagradati trying to get the res off. He is desperately trying to res. Actually, is trying to help him out to get the res off by doing a bit of damage here and there. But Jarkos and Sagradati are not in a great position in this building. We just see Finstack picking up a kill. Actually, I think Finstack have made sure now that RS-17 can't really challenge them in this game. In these games, Finstack coming out of nowhere now, starting to pick up the kills. Aqueous looking the wrong way. Totally the wrong way in this fight. He's got Son of Dracula to his left. He's got Skinny Pessy to his left. And he's the wrong way, but he does have the cover of the wall, which saves him. Edward up in the top there. Sagradati and partner with the mini there, trying to do some damage. Skinny Pessy takes a bit of damage there. Skinny Pessy, happy to just chill out behind that tree. Aqueous. Jarkos out in the open. I'm not sure. There's a lot of jostling for position with these guys here. There's a huge amount of jostling for position. We're going to have a look at Kaja's view. Oh, we see a lot of players down here. Kaja and his team are quite split up, but the players are up against are all low health. They are alive and they do have the compound, but they are quite low health. Igo Star just knocked out ZZY Doms. ZZY Doms with that mini has been knocked out by Igo Star. Look at that. He had a millimeter to work with there and gets the knockdown. ZZ Dom's going to go down. Is down. Casual's team down the player. OOKOO. Low health. But has got that mini. Just dives on the floor trying to get himself some sort of health. Oh no, his partner Eukaria in front. Very low. And all he's got in front of him are 4 alive players. They're all quite low health, but they're all alive. And these players have lost 1 player already. Looks like they could be losing a second because I'm not sure where he's got to go. They're all got scopes. They're all in front. There's not really any good place for him to go here. The only bonus he's got is the ring is going to come in. We see XLS King taking some shots. We see it goes down again. It actually gets knocked out this time. Sorry, he got knocked so low he went down this time. I'm pretty sure at this point that OKOO and Kaja are just giving up their teammate at this point. I don't think they've got any desire to keep fighting this out. Oh, OKOO is out in the open. Really nice shots there from King. Gets 1 good shot on him. And while this is happening, Aqueous, Sagradati team turned up in the car. Oh no! They've turned up in the car, which means OKO and Kaja are going to get away with it. They're just distracted just enough for them to get away. I think they're going to get over that hill. Let's have a look at OKOO. Oh, there's still a little bit of an angle. trying to heal himself up. He's got no helmet. What can he do here? Jay and Terry was locked out outside the play zone, so Jay and Terry's gone. Kaja really low, using the first person and hill advantage there just to stay in this game. OOKOO still going for it. We see XLS King there at the bottom. He's having a scan around. He knows where OOKOO is. He's putting some shots up onto him there with the M16 and 4X. They're actually more concerned about the ring at this point, these guys. They're trying to move for the ring. I wonder if OOKO and his partner can pick up some kills. Enzo really low, trying to return some fire with the mini. Does get some shots onto OOKO. It's good for this team at the moment. They're all alive. King being the lowest player, and they're flanking back to help. Oh, Kaja gets knocked down by Enzo. Enzo gets Kaja down out in the open. I think Kaja's going to go down, and now it's just OOKO. Oh, no, OOKO gets knocked down. No, it isn't actually. It's Sakadati and Aqueous. They turn up behind these players. Classic pinch situation, and 2 go down instantly. They did so well to preserve their players' health, but now they're down to 2 players. Suddenly, it just turned around on them. King has no health to work with. Igo Star has none to work with. EKNX is out under the bridge. Sagradati, Jarkos and Aqueous turn that entirely around, and we have OOKOO breathing a sigh of relief at the top of that hill as he lives on thanks to the actions of Sagradati, Aqueous and Jarkos there. They did take a little bit of damage for their troubles, but they are still in the game and they are alive. And they have got ring position for now. We see Skinny Petty, Edward and Son of Dracula. Players we saw earlier, they're still in this. They're still in this. Some VSS shots coming out. They've got a good idea actually where those players are. Looks like they're looking directly at where Jarkos and team are. Oh, actually they are, but he sees OOKOO. Son of Dracula did just as he got into some cover. OOKOO is going to pop his head up in a second. Dracula saw him. He knows roughly where he is. Moving back though. They're all moving back. They're all aware of the ring, and they're quite happy just to move away from this fight. If they don't need to get involved in it, they're not getting involved in it. So Son of Dracula, Edward and Skinny Pessy moving back. We see Aqueous, Sagradati and Jarkos now trying to move. But Jarkos has left himself a bit late. He hasn't really moved. And then we see, and then OOKO is moving up on him now. So if Jarkos is really, really busy with the loot here, if he gets a little bit greedy with the loot, we're going to see OOKO get a good position on him and probably pick up a kill there. However, OOKO does not have a lot of... does not have any armor. Oh, he's going for the bike, so he's moving back into the ring to go for the bike. Interesting choice there. I'm not quite sure it's what I would do. Holy hell. EasyYS, MBS LOL is still looting. Still looting. How are they going to be able to survive that? That's so far to go to the ring. Ibrahimovic moving in now in a boat will make the ring. He's got Walter Black and an entire team on the beachhead there, which is not great for them. We have Tez Lulu. We have Finstack taking a position inside the ring. They're going, right, this is our house, this is what we're going to roll. We see a fleet of players moving in cars. A fleet. Not just one, not just two, but three vehicles moving in a fleet style situation. Taking some damage from the players, Nuki and the players in the building. Obviously, Nuki done really well after his team's gone down in both of the games. Got them into quite high positions by himself. Oh, and Myrogoth gets the kill on 13 Frogman and Yard Dog. Always a difficult prospect to drive past a house full of people in this game. You will take damage and your car will go down. So immediately, these team have just lost 2 players. And they've got Kachnak, Packies, all those players are alive in these 2 buildings in front of them. What can they do? They're just slowly driving around in the Dacia. Just trying to find a position. A lot of players left alive, guys. We have 45 players left alive. We're moving on to a tier 3 ring. I'm still kind of mystified as to what EasyYS and MBS LOL are doing in our top left-hand corner. OOKO looks like he went for some more loot there. So he's going for some more loot himself. A lot of players quite happy just to tank the ring and just go for loot. Hollow and his team moving out near Finstack. Do Finstack see them? I think they might have seen something. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously very difficult in first person with the building. The vision is dramatically reduced. See Zalulu at the back there trying to take a... So players taking different buildings. We've got them swarming all over this building as well. So it's going to be very difficult for anyone to get up and around this building. Ibrahimovic jockeys and Hef the Elf moving around. They're going to either end up running past Finstack, or they're going to end up with Walter Black's team there. So they have a squad to their left, a squad to the right. They have to push up to the next level of ring. They have no choice because they're right on the edge of the ring. They're not in the ring yet. They're right on the edge of the ring. EasyYS and MBS LOL have got a car as well, and they will make this ring. So Mygoth did pick up that kill, is now out in the open though, and we see Alabama Boss and T-Town Alabama taking some serious damage from the guys, Nookie and the guys in the building there. One player knocked out already, trying to trade, oh no, he's actually, I thought he was trying to trade some shots, but he's not, he's just over there. So Loco Caesar IV gets in the buggy, not sure about that, does seem to have some room to maneuver. We get another knockdown in the interim, so Nookie and team go hand in hand. More Atex mini action, guys. Desperately trying to get some shots onto Lord Caesar there, doesn't quite get them. But however, those players are in a real situation on top of that hill there. They're all low health. The ring's coming in behind them. They need to move. They need to do something, but what can they do? They're all just trying to, you can see them now. You can see the cogs working. They're all just deciding they're going to run it. They're going to run it and they're going to try and use the ridge as cover. And the whole time we can just hear the shots. It's like a shooting gallery. We hear one more player go down. Havoki gets another knockdown. So that's a knockdown outside the ring. They're not going to get much of a chance to res Alabama Boss. So Alabama Boss is going to go down. Old guy in T-Town Alabama is still in the game though. Their partner Lord Caesar is a bit further up. He's trying to trade with Sagrodati and team, I believe. Actually, no, he's not. He's just trying to look behind. We have Sagrodati, Aqueous, and Jarkos in front of us. Massa just took out Ravako. Aqueous moving up with that smoke. There are 3 players in the building in front of him here. It's not a great situation. Let's have a look at Massa. He just got a kill. Massa was very far away from his partner the entire game and has picked up 3 kills by himself. I'm not sure what he can do from here though. He has a UMP. He has two players from a team in front of him. TT Alabama. Oh, Sagrodati, Jarkos and team just got taken out by the team that were pushed up the ridge. So Jarkos and Aqueous are all that's left. Half of their teammates just went down to Lord Caesar and T-Town Alabama. Aqueous and Jarkos moving back. Trying to get into the car. What are they going to do? It looks like they're trying to drive away now. Very, very slow and laggy. T-Town Alabama. They actually looks like they've come out of this situation okay. They lost 1 player, but they've actually come out okay overall. There's 3 of them still alive. They're moving up. They are going to make the ring. They've got some gear, so it's not too bad. Aqueous and Jarkos are suddenly in amongst the problem situations though, because they've got just 2 of them left, and they're moving up in the UAS. Now that might be okay, but they also run the risk of getting blown up quite quickly if they run into a 4-man squad. Takes 1 clip of AR ammo. Oh, Walter Black gets knocked down straight away. One by name iZero's team. Trading through the windows, trading through the building. We see Frenchie, very low, knocked down outside. Lonisk, knocked down outside. Speederino and Sibakan in the buildings. One by name and iZero's team are going to clean this up. Dways is the last person left alive. His rest of his team are knocked out. He goes for the res on Lonisk. Sibakan. Oh, I hear some sort of grenade. I hear the bouncing of a grenade. Bit far though. Bit keen. Speederino. We see Pecky's in the background taking some damage from Aqueous and Jarkos. Dways is up. One by name moving round. One by name is going to push with this scar. One by name gets round the corner. Does see Lonisk. Gets Lonisk down again. That's a 2nd knockdown for Lonisk. He's going to bleed quickly now. Dways, what can you do? What are you doing, Dways? He's trying to find an angle. He does see one by name. Just about. Starts to take some shots on him, but does go down to one by name. One by name picking up the kill. Some shots coming in there. Oh, I'm not sure why I did that. So we see Aqueous and Jarkos in front of us taking some damage from Kachnak and his partner. Again, more mini action. Taking the tyres out in that car so they can't get away from it. Lord Caesar goes down to Skinny Pesty. Skinny Pesty does get Lord Caesar KO. T-Town Alabama and the old guy returns some damage onto Skinny Pesty. So Skinny Pesty takes a bit of damage there. Edward with the VSS. I'm not sure whether that's just more hopeful than anything. Just trying to ding the corners of the tree. Hopefully find a little leg or an arm or something that's just round the corner of the tree as he tries to get the res, but doesn't. The old guy, we see him in the distance there, not really returning any fire. Mygoth and Havoki get some kills. Let's get into Mygoth and Havoki's position. Looks like they've just cleaned out this hill. The entire team still left alive. Apollo XI is in front of Massa. Massa by himself at the bottom of this ridge. He's very low on the ground. Massa has been by himself all game. All these players are going to run in front of him here. Timmy's just knocked out Timmy's just knocked out Nostra. And we got a knockdown from OOKOO, who's been by himself again for a long time. typically, I look and see something I think is happening, but it's not. So we're getting to Finstack's view now. Finstack are winners of last game, are winners of last week. All alive. There's 4 of them alive. There's 31 players alive. We're moving into the ring zone, I think something like 4 now. And all of Finstack are alive. This has got to be worrying for every other team in this game. Finstack are not ones to mess around. They've already been picking up some kills. 6 kills between the team. Margoth just knocked out another player. The Titan Alabama just got the knockdown. Some shots coming in. Loco Caesar knocked out somewhere, not sure where. Gone quite quiet now. People are taking their time. We see Apollo XI and his partner doing some damage at this building. OOKOO with the knockdown. Skinny Pessy. Skinny Pessy going for it now. His teammates are still up though, so he doesn't need to push too hard. We can see Titan Alabama trading with Alexis on Fire in the background. Alexis on Fire trading hard with him. And then we see Nookie and team. Oh, Massa finally goes down. Massa up for so long. Alexis on Fire there and is going to take some damage from the old guy from behind. Alexis on Fire does turn around and kill the old guy. We then got Margoth with the M249 outside the ring, just going ham. Getting himself into the ring now. We see Nookie in front with Havoki. They're going to move up behind LV, what should I say her name? Nostra. Zalulu, our Finstack guys, are going to be to the right. Oh, we could have a situation occurring right now. Zalulu taking some damage from Nookie. Gets knocked down. Timmy's behind. Timmy's taking damage from 2 different sides. Oh, Zalulu's going to go down. Timmy's goes down. Finstack have lost 2 players. Papa outside the ring. Still up though. But Havoki and team are still alive almost entirely. 3 players alive for Havoki and team. Aqueous gets knocked down. Jarkos on this tree. Can't res his partner. We see Ibrahimovic and Hef the Elf at the top of this ramp. I'm not sure who is going to win this game. We see Papa and Tez moving in. Tez gets instantly knocked out by Jarkos. Jarkos then trying to get the follow-up and does get the follow-up. Papa, so Finstack are gone. 14 players left alive. I couldn't tell you how many teams, but 14 players left alive and Finstack are gone. This might not be good enough for them to win overall. This could still be anyone's series to take at this stage. I see MBS LOL and EasyYS are making themselves known at the top of this hill here. MBS LOL has got himself into the game. EasyYS is there with him. MBS LOL is going to go down to Hef the Elf. Oh no, he's not. Apparently his invisibility cloak is A1 because he took out 1 player, took Jokless down. Is going to try and get the next player down, but not sure where EasyYS is though at this point. EasyYS is, I think EasyYS is bugged. So MBS LOL, Folzen's going to go down at that point. You see Mygoth, Havoki at the bottom of this. They get 1 more player kill. We're now down to 10 players left alive. We have 1 team at the top. Edward, a solo player next to them. We have MBS LOL knocked out, but will die. Ibrahimovic and Jokis moving down. Jarkos just making a nuisance of himself. Getting so many knockdowns and kills at this stage in the game. He's outside the ring and he's still going. Jokis goes down outside the ring. Oh no, he's just decimated another team by himself, Jarkos. And it looks like we're going to just walk towards in a procession style thing where Havoki and his team are going to take the game. And due to the placements that they've been able to get via Nookie, they might take it overall. Nookie's sneaking himself into those top 5 situations. Might end up making these guys win overall. We see EasyYS bleeding out in the background. Not sure what happened there, whether he got bugged or what, but he's about to die now. So Forzen are gonna die in, I don't know, 3rd, 4th position. We've got Edward, Ibrahimovic, and this final team of Nookie's team. Nookie obviously getting his team into top 3 2 games in a row. Mygoth with the car there, trying to have a look around. He knows there are players in this direction. He knows there are players there. Gets his M249 out, so he's just going to go for the old blunt force trauma option there. Havoki and Nookie are in position. Right, interesting play. Mygoth is sacrificing himself outside the ring. His 2 teammates are inside the ring, and it looks like he's outside the ring and quite happy to stay outside the ring. Edward and Ibrahimovic, sorry, are trying to work out what to do at this point. Both players by themselves have lost their teams. EasyYS finally dies outside the play zone. I have no idea what happened there. Oh, Eduard goes down instantly to Havoki, and we could be getting the winning move here. Ibrahimovic moves to the next thing. We see the M249 damage coming in. Ibrahimovic goes down, and we see Margoth and Nuki's team picking up the winning game 3. And I think with their placements in the other games is going to make this a very, very interesting way to call. That's our game 3, guys. That is game 3. What a back and forth there. We saw our Finstack players going for it, but just coming up slightly short there. Unfortunately for them, they came up slightly short in game 3. Didn't get the back-to-backs they got last week. They'll be quite angry with themselves at that. But we see Margoth and Nuki's team coming out on top. And again, I think Nuki's earlier placements where he kept his team in it until top 3 in those early games. He's going to play. It's going to play. Have a part to play in his overall ratings for this. So the results will be pasted on our Twitter, guys. It will be also pasted on our Discord. So please give XPULZ Gaming the channel, if you're in here, a follow. Make sure you give the Twitter a follow. It's XPULZ_gaming, same as it is in the channel here. Make sure you get onto the website, which is the XPULZ Gaming website. You can register for our tournaments and take part. Anyone can take part in these tournaments. They are as always open to all players. I have been _Stifler on Twitch, the Stifler TV on Twitter. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Another great series of squad games today. So thank you everyone for joining us. Lots of back and forth. Really enjoyed spectating and watching these games go down. We'll be back tomorrow for duos. We'll be back on Sunday for the MPG invasion. So there's more content coming out from us now. You'll be seeing more and more content over the weekend from us. So make sure you keep your eyes on our Twitter. Make sure you keep your eyes on the channel. Thank you for joining us again. I have been great. I know, thank you. No, you guys have been great. Thank you for coming out, and we will see you all next time. Good night and goodbye. Here takes some damage. He gets Schaefer down. He's knocked out himself. Absolutely torn to shreds. Can they get in the ring? Product pulls Voxic out the shit. Pushing back round, he's going to catch him out in the open and he's going to go down.
Playerunknown's Battlegrounds tournaments. Join us every Saturday. Proudly presented by XPULZ.